Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to this, and welcome to the Weebly Comic Podcast, a podcast where every week we talk about anime, manga, comic book movies, and the latest entertainment news. I'm Diego, also known as Wrath, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Brennan and Star Psycho, aka Adrian.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? How y'all
What
doing?
up?
And this week we have a little bit of news since we're recording a little bit earlier in the week, but we will also be talking about Demon Slayer and Hawkeye a tiny bit. And to make up for the lack of news, we do have a special thing that we're going to be talking about at the end of the episode. So make sure to stick around for that. But if you do want to skip around, as always, there's going to be time codes in the description, so you can go to whatever you want to listen to. And there's also links to the podcast socials, my YouTube channels, and Adrian's Twitch. Now, let's hop right into the news, with the very first one being that Jujutsu Kaisen has officially become the most sold manga this year. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We love to see it. Gege was in his bag in the arc before he made this arc. That's in the Coaling arc right now. But Shibuya, I'm telling y'all, anime fans are not ready to see Shibuya animated. I promise you. You're gonna be jaw dropping, booty shaking, and all that bullshit.
Booty
I
shaking.
promise.
Booty
I
shaking.
promise. Y'all are gonna be quaking at every scene of that shit. I'm not overhyping it either. It is a goated series because of that arc. Promise you, best arc in the series. No cap.
Yeah, but that's like 5 years from now. Like,
I would give it like 3 years.
it's the same shit, Adrian.
Shut
Also,
the fuck up.
how do we know how much longer this anime is going to be going for?
The series
Or the
is,
series, yeah.
I guess it's from a recent article or interview. Not recent, I guess, like a couple months ago. But Gege said that he might end the manga somewhere between 2022 or 2023, which sucks because I love it, but
Damn.
I'm be honest, I don't know where else it could go if current villains of the series are eliminated. Unless they foreshadow somewhere where there's more cursed spirits or evil sorcerers in the mist, but I highly doubt they could top the current one right now.
He's just like,
Funny 'cause, like,
they all die.
it's funny because like where we're at right now, it's like I can't even see an ending right now, like at all.
That's what I'm saying, because
So-
like, even like with Oda saying that he's planning on ending the series in like what, 2024 or 2025.
He always says he's gonna end it in 5 years, but fucking elongates that shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing some article like forever ago of him saying that he wanted to end it in 2020. I'm like, and now we're in 2021 and the shit's still going.
This shit's still going. There's no way it can end now.
That's what I'm
We're
saying,
not
because
near
like,
the end of One Piece.
if Oda was to come out and be like, yeah, this shit's ending in 2022 or 2023, I'm like, you are a damn lie, because there's so much that needs to happen.
He would have to be rushed out the ass if
That's
he
what I'm
wanted to finish the
saying.
story, and it's not going to be a pleasant look.
Yeah, like mini
Promise
time
you.
skips left and right.
You have to skip arcs, skip over we'll have to go through small little arcs or a 20 chapter arc.
Yeah, and like the the pinnacle fight, the inevitable pinnacle fight with Blackbeard wouldn't be done justice, because Kaido, what, we're going on like 100 chapters with Kaido, and it's fucking Kaido. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not
I
even
don't-
like the foreshadowed main villain.
Yeah, so if he wanted to end it in 2023, and that's give or take a little bit more than 100 chapters, and plus he takes break, we'll have to take out a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say yes. Let's give him 100 chapters. There is no way he's gonna end Wano. He can actually no. He can end Wano.
Find the One Piece and fight Blackbeard in 100 chapters. There's absolutely
Dude,
no
all
way.
that still fight the admirals, Akainu, and then somehow have
And the
Luffy-
third one
Luffy
that hasn't been
answer
shown yet.
freedom. Yes, so it's not because there's no way it can end. It's just he adds way too much for it to end. So, and he still keeps going with it.
Is Reverie still going?
No, Reverie ended.
Okay. I couldn't remember if they all left or if they're still there, because I'm like, it's been a fat minute since we've had any kind of lore. But
Yeah, there's so much lore was given in that, but
you know what?
it
Since
was
we're
ended.
here, do you have any thoughts on the new chapter? Because I thought it was cool the way it ended off. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I really thought that they were about to kill off Zoro. Cause like I
Really?
was, yeah, because they were giving him flashbacks and memories, and I'm like, I got PTSD from that shit. You know the meme, the meme when the side character
your
gets
your
some.
favorite character gets a
Dude, I
backstory, and
literally started clutching my phone harder when I was reading it because I was like, please don't kill Zoro. I was like, if you kill Zoro, I will lose my shit.
I don't
His
think
was a
it would have
different
been a.
case though,
Well,
because like
yeah,
you
but
don't
like,
know much about his backstory, so it's kind of nice to actually be able to see his backstory.
Well,
yeah,
it
I
wasn't really
mean,
much of his backstory. It's mostly like a sword's
yeah, it
backstory,
was mostly
and then
Enma's
he's like a little bit
backstory.
involved with that sword, or that character that made the sword. So he's like destined to like carry Odin's sword
I
for.
just thought it was pretty cool that they were like, yeah, the two swords that you have for whatever chance that you found, like literally nowhere near one another. Two of them are made by the same person.
That's the thing. They played it off more as like fate as opposed to it being like coincidence. It's like he
Yeah.
was like it was his
Like
destiny
he
to
was
wield
destined.
those swords.
All I'm saying is, you remember when we were at Winn Dixie and we talked about how there's supposed to be some like ability that he gets that can cut through armament hockey? It looks like that's about to happen.
It might be with Enma. I don't think it's now. It's probably won't be an ability, but because of the
Or
how
like, yeah, I
Enma
was gonna
works,
say.
'cause it's like I don't want to say it's a cursed sword because it's not necessarily cursed, but it is. It does have a consciousness, and it does like chooses its wielder
Yeah,
like carefully.
because
It's like,
like
are you strong enough to wield me
if you've
or
been
some
paying
shit?
attention to One Piece and haven't noticed, Enma definitely has a personality.
Yes, that man is, or that sword is literally just like, hey, you're weak as pretty will. Let me take some of that willpower, my guy. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Like when it cut the cliff
whoa.
on its own, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's just insane. I low-key thought in the chapter we were gonna get a king's backstory, which that a little
That's
bit kind of
coming.
got me
That's coming
hyped.
up. That's coming up.
It is,
There's
I know,
absolutely
but
no way it's not coming up.
it is for sure. Probably before he gets clapped by Zoro or some shit. I just want to see King's backstory because
I want to
him
see.
introducing a new race and they were regarded as gods.
Yeah, Queen.
Wow, the celestial dragons
I
just
know
took
it's
them off for
Oda.
that.
Like Queen is such a cuck, but Oda's even more of a cuck because he like made Queen say the things that he said.
Bro, he said,
He's just like, "You want some
can we
lore?
say
You want
read a
some lore
history
about the
book?
Lemurians?" Yeah, no, you're not getting it.
He said, you know what, you want to know more, don't you? He's like, yeah, yeah. Oh, he's like, yes, yes, yes. He said, nah, read her history book. Like, you fucker.
Read your history books.
That is not even in the history
All I'm
books.
saying is, because of that line, I'm expecting Oda to just drop a fucking book that just has like it's an encyclopedia of everything.
Encyclopedia of everything that happened in the voice
It's
entry?
pretty
Question
much
mark?
and you could like pose it off as like a Big Mom's like library type of thing, since Big Mom has, you know, a library of fucking people.
Yeah, she just has races that she wants in her shit for some reason. But
Exactly, and it
I
has
get that's her
every race
dream.
except for giants. So,
And Ulnarians.
oh yeah, and Lemurians.
Pretty sure there's other races too, but I can't think of them at the moment.
I think it, as far as I can remember, it's just giants and Lemurians. But she doesn't
You
even
don't
know that
got a
she doesn't
Luffy.
have a Lemurian. Look, she
Luffy's not
wants
a race,
Brook.
bro.
She wants Brook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she wants
trust me.
bro.
Luffy is definitely his own race.
No,
The way
if
he
anyone
be
wants his own
acting.
race, it's Cyborg or it's Frankie. Frankie's own race.
Frankie's tripping, bro.
He's a goddamn cyborg. He don't care. He don't give a fuck.
So, if you haven't heard, the Demon Slayer Mugen Train arc is ending this week. It ended this week, or is it
Did.
ending next week?
No, it ended.
Okay, so it ended, and to kick it off with the entertainment arc, they're making this bitch an hour long,
Yes, sir.
and we are thriving.
That's
I mean,
a present for us. Early
I
Christmas.
have a feeling I know exactly how this next episode's going to start.
Wait, so is this the episode that had the extra scenes that weren't seen in the movie?
There was no extra scenes. It was a 5 extra minute of run play, but all they did is they played the movie. Like they did the ending of the movie. The only thing is instead of like running the So instead of it being 30 minutes instead of 25 minutes, they just cut out the theme song and stuff.
I see.
Oh,
That's kind of
gotcha.
lame.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like there was no added scenes. There was no.
See, they literally aired, like the post that we saw literally said 5-minute scene that wasn't in the movie, just for it to literally just be like the movie. Some bullshit.
I think I don't remember exactly what it said, but I think it just said it had an extra 5-minute runtime or 5 minute of extra scenes, which they didn't say new. I don't think it said new scenes. It just said scenes, which.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
They
at
just
least
did it so that in the next episode they don't have to cover up anything. Everything in the next episode should be new scenes that no one has seen.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's what this one post said from one of the news things that you send. But it literally says Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 7 will include 5 minutes of extra footage not seen in Mugen Train film. So
then
this account about to be blocked.
we just got baited.
They definitely capping.
Some straight ass.
I mean, I don't know if you guys watched it. I watched it. I didn't recognize anything new.
Dude,
I'm almost positive there's nothing new.
I know. Look, we've been saying it every week this entire time. It's just a Mugen Train movie. Like, I'm not using that as an excuse to not watch it, but like, I'm not going out of my way to watch it because I gotta get through Star Platinum, or what is it? What's part
Platinum's
3?
End?
Part 3, or you?
Jojo's. What's part 3?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you say.
Or is it Stardust Crusaders? That's what it is. I gotta get through that shit. So I'm on episode 8 right now of part 3. But and I'm trying my ass off to get here, but
you're not catching up.
All right. Anyways, we veered off onto the wrong thing.
A little bit.
It's okay though. So, well, actually, this can transition into the following topic. Anyways, time codes are in the description because I completely forgot that I skipped over the Sword Art Online museum, virtual reality museum shit.
Yeah, whatever it is. I genuinely, it just says an exhibition, and I'm like, well, exhibition can mean anything from like a fighting match to like a lot of other things.
Hey, bro,
so
don't get into exhibitions just yet. We gonna be talking about that later. Look,
Listen,
all I know is
get trapped in that game.
I mean, true, but
what
I gotta say is
I'm okay
Shinona's
with that
fine
too.
as fuck, bro. Yeah, I'm really
Do
interested
we have an episode
to.
without simps?
No, that's never happening.
No.
The first 2 episodes, and even then, I think that we failed on that.
No,
too.
we had simps. We had down.
That's our staple. Is that you never know when we're gonna throw on the simp shades.
Exactly.
You never know when
we
we're
might be
flip
down
on the
bad,
time.
but these are
that's gonna be our first piece of merchandise is shades that say simp.
Listen, we might be down bad, but these are bad bitches. I don't care what y'all gotta say about that.
Anyways, on to other
Speaking
topics.
of bad bitches, since I've been reading some look, Soy Phone, she is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, we're moving on.
You got the attitude too.
Don't let me go on this tangent, please.
Bro, she's so fine. All right, Brennan, explain to us. Explain to us season or shit. Explain to us episode 7.
Episode 7, it picked up right in the middle of the
fight.
By
the way.
Yeah, I know. It picked up right in the middle of the fight.
The viewer or listener.
Oh, yeah, they'll get the grasp of it. It's fine. Picked up in the middle of Rengoku and Akaza's fight. It went through the whole fight scene. Tanjiro screaming at him, throwing his sword. And then, Rengoku's touching speech that he has to Tanjiro. And then shows them crying.
Some crying.
Yeah. shows Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro crying. Shows Inosuke, pounding on Tanjiro's head, telling him, let's go train, while crying. Shows all the Hashira getting told that Rengoku died. And that's really it. There's not, it's literally the ending of the movie. Just without a, so next episode, we'll either get the new opener, or we will have an hour-long episode of them just starting to set up the entertainment arc. Adrian, I think me and you have a good idea of what the episode is probably going to start off with.
I have 2 things because I'm not. exactly sure, or I'm not exactly remembering how it would start off.
If it don't start off with the chapter that I started reading at, then I'll be kind of mad.
It's most likely will. For some, I just have a. I
I'm
don't
sorry
remember
to
like which event
interrupt.
happened first,
Shut the fuck
but
up. I'm sorry to
okay.
interrupt, but December 9th is apparently the day that Juice World's new album gets dropped.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't
Dude,
know that either.
December 9th is going to be fucking crazy. December 9th
Well,
is
people are
my
mad.
last
It's gonna be
day at
wild.
this job. December 9th is the day that I get my new computer and Juice World. Oh, anyways.
People are mad because Chicago's holding like this Juice World Day event, and like fans have to pay to get in and stuff like that.
I mean, you
And
gotta
so people
pay
are
for
mad
it
at.
Why would
somehow. You
why
gotta pay
wouldn't they
for
pay
it
for it?
somehow, bro.
Well, no, yeah, but it's like people are mad because they're like, oh, these people are profiting off of the age old
dead,
thing of
yeah.
like profiting off of someone who's passed away.
Well,
Um,
okay.
Not
My
necessarily.
opinion will change depending on how much they have to pay, but if it's like $20 or some shit, it's pretty much just to pay the people that are there and to pay for all of the equipment. Like, I don't think some
Yeah,
people
I don't-
realize
I
how
don't-
expensive this type of shit is. And like, I get it. Now, if the tickets are like 70, 50, somewhere in that ballpark, if not more, then yeah, fuck that. But if it's like
I mean,
$20, dog, that's like 2 hours of work, if even.
I don't know because like even his girlfriend's like upset that they're doing it. So
Really,
like I don't know.
it's still labeled
I
as
don't know
in
the
there,
whole
right?
situation. I think so, yeah. But she's like upset that they're doing it. She's not happy because I think her standpoint was like, if Juice were to even do something like that, I don't think like she doesn't think he would make them pay for it. Like he would just post it because it was for. It's like this isn't for me. This
She
isn't
might
for
be onto
this
something
is for
because
my fans.
you remember
So
X tried to have a concert that was
Yeah,
free.
free concert, but that shit got
Yeah, and that was our one and
shut
only
down.
fucking chance to go see him.
Yeah,
Some bullshit.
sad times.
but yeah. So I mean I don't know how that's gonna go down. I'm just gonna listen to the album to be honest.
Facts.
So
Same.
I don't live in Chicago, so you know your
Yeah,
boy
dude, the
cannot be
tickets are
sliding over to
literally
nothing.
$35. That's
Not bad.
literally $35.
Yeah, but I mean, are they really using it to pay? Like let's put it this way: the money that they would have given Juice for like all the music videos and stuff by now, and all the merch that they've dropped with Juice World's name. Do you really think that this like that they can't hold a free event and pay all those people?
Oh,
No.
you're right. You're right. But
Like they can
Yeah.
definitely hold it, not make fans pay for it, and let fans just enjoy the day to listen to an album made by someone who's passed away that they can't experience in concert or anything like that. Like at the end of the day, like when you do something like this, or you say, "Oh, this is to honor Juice World" or something, then I mean, like really, like I don't think X's mom was making people pay to go see his grave.
yeah, but that's not the same though.
But
Like,
it's
I know
but
what
it's the
you
same
mean, but it's not the
thing of
same.
like they could have been like, oh, this is an event held for true fans who want to come and see X in his grave.
Well,
It's only going to be
actually,
like $10 to enter.
Isn't his grave in like on like private property or whatever?
Mm.
Know about that.
I swear I saw something about that. Anyways,
I don't know where it's located.
let's go back to Demon Slayer.
Isn't it
I'm
in
sorry for
Miami?
sidetracking. I think it is.
Anywho,
Where were y'all?
back to Demon Slayer.
Next episode is going to be fire.
True.
You're going to be
Facts.
introduced to like, probably only like 2 or 3 new characters, maybe.
You don't think they might have the?
Dude, it's an
Other
hour
three-
long. It's gonna have
never
to
mind.
be fire. It's literally gonna have to.
I mean, it's going to be fire for
and
sure.
It's
I
Demon
just
Slayer. We're acting like it ain't fire regardless.
Oh no, it's like trust me, it's going to be good. I'm just trying to think of like, I'm trying to remember what happened in the very beginning of the arc.
I need to remember. I need to like probably like give it a little reread before.
But yeah, I mean, you'll definitely meet the like thoroughly, like more than just like see him, but you'll meet Tengen and stuff like that. He's cool sometimes. He's probably like
he kind of raw, low key.
he's kind of like probably like my second or like most least favorite Hishira, if I'm being honest. I don't know how Adrian feels about him, but
He's okay to me. He's not like it's just because of how things happened with him. Like it's not that he's a bad character. He's enjoyable. It's just you just don't have like a longing impression of him after the arc. If you get what I mean. Like he's still relevant in the story. I'm not saying that's all you get from that arc. That's like the most you'll get from him in the game or in the series.
He's also just, I'm gonna be honest, bro. He's just not as cool as the other ones. I said it. I said what I said, and I stand by what I say.
That's fucking
He's
crazy.
just not.
That's fucking
He's just
crazy.
not like. He's cool.
Like the Wind Hashira, bro. That's all I'm
yeah.
gonna say.
He ain't, he kind of not really touching anyone else.
Pause.
Except for maybe like
Pause.
Like he's just not up there.
All I am gonna say though, he pull holes. He got holes.
Right? Hey, that ain't cap.
So like low key, I can hate on him all I want, but he got hoes. I'm like, hey, bro.
It's just I'd rather see other Hashira than him.
Yeah.
We'll get there though. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Diego, you enjoy your time while you can. Maybe go reminisce about Rengoku in the time being.
We always reminisce about Rengoku.
Always. What could Rengoku have been?
Exactly.
Boy,
he could have been.
There's a reason they killed him off, boy.
That's what I'm saying. He could have.
Yeah, that
been
motherfucker.
The greatest swordsman ever.
One of the strongest.
Homie was kind of OP. Not gonna lie.
All right. Well,
I can't get into that, but that was just wild.
So JoJo's Stone Ocean, it's out. If you weren't aware,
that's the explanation of why Adrian got.
I was creaming.
This man has already finished. He's already finished.
Bro, it's only. I mean, yeah.
Bro, it's been out for like 2 days.
And it's only 12 episodes.
It's been out for 2 days. You absolute menace.
Yeah, but Diego, he could have finished a 24 episode thing in 1 day.
That's what I'm saying. Probably. He's a fucking both of you were menaces.
Okay, to be fair,
we get good content.
I love JoJo's.
Bro, listen.
2,
I love JoJo's too, and you know what? I'm on episode 14 right now.
Part 3.
Yes, and I still don't understand how you both consume shit. So I mean, you don't, manage fucking 3 YouTube YouTube channels, so that's probably where you got all your free time from. But
a little bit,
it's just,
even though I'm working 2 jobs.
The only time that I can watch JoJo's is at work, so
that's fair.
Like where I read all my manga and JoJo's is when I'm at work, because I am the worst fucking employee ever.
Dude, I fucking wish I could, but it's too fucking cold, and I don't want people staring at me while I watch manga.
My first 4 hours of my shift, I have 0 requirements, so I kind of just chill, bro. I just sit there. I go walk around once, and then I just sit there and watch JoJo's or read Bleach. Or read whatever the hell came out that day.
I just put out fruit, and then once I have an hour to myself, I'm like, damn, I'm chilling, and then I'm like, fuck, it's cold in here. Go outside, and there's people out just looking at me, and I'm like, what you fucking looking at? And then they ask me like dumb shit, like where the fucking ginger at? I'm like, bitch, I will.
Ask me dumb
shit. Look around this damn store.
The ginger.
I hate people when they ask me when the fucking potatoes are when they're in front of the fucking store. You literally walk past them, you dumb bitch. I'll be mad, bro. I'll be so mad. Where's the salad? Nigga, if you don't turn your head 90 degrees and look.
Where's the salad? You can't, dog. It's right under the produce sign. You gotta look at the produce sign.
You have no idea how many times I've gotten that question. In general.
Look, bro, I used to work in produce. I understand. I mean, I haven't had dumb motherfuckers like you, but...
No, people at Winn-Dixie are just, they don't look. They just dumb.
Wait until you get a customer who walks up, looks at a sale shoe, and goes,
is that on sale?
Is this the only one on sale, or is it all the other sizes too? Why the hell would we put one size on sale?
Size on sale.
So like, is this not?
I'd be like, it's only a size 5 women's. Only a size 5 women's.
That makes me feel a
Bruh.
little bit better because I get some people are looking at the sign, dead ass
Brendan,
look at, come find me. So they'll look at a different like place
Brother,
for me and say,
yes,
are these onions buy one get one? And I
bruh.
look there myself, they are buy one get one. Please do not do that.
the
Please tell
the
me
other
you're not.
day, these people watched me open the doors to the store, walk away, walked halfway in the store, and when they got to the register, hey, are you guys open? Well, I mean, you're in the store, so I mean, I kind of doesn't matter whether we're open or not because you're inside the store. So how can I help you at this point? But yes, we're open. You watch me open the doors. You watch me let you guys in,
no,
and you walk
those
into
motherfuckers
the
are just
store,
ignorant, bro.
bro.
Those motherfuckers are just ignorant.
I can see those type
And
of
then
people.
the night before that, we had the opposite. He walked all the way to the back of the store and said, "Hey, are y'all closed?" What? I mean,
Like,
I mean, the
no,
doors are
you're
open,
here,
and
bro.
you're
Like,
inside the store. So no, no, we're not closed,
Say, yeah, we're closed, bro. You got to get the fuck out of here.
man,
God.
bro.
You got to
That one do be
go,
painful.
bro.
That one do be painful. We're
Oh
not here
my
to talk about
god.
job. We're here to talk about Jojo.
Yeah, why are
Yeah,
we're
we went on a
look?
random
We're talking
job
about the
tangent.
wrong
That's
Joe. We're not
funny.
talking about jobs. We're talking about Jojos. All right,
All
that was
right, if
the
y'all, I'll
corniest
give
shit I've
y'all a
ever said.
Yeah, you go.
spoiler-free
Wow, that was
review.
such a good one, bro.
No, that
Oh
was
man.
That
corny
was
as shit, bro.
I don't care how corny it is, it works. Anywho, I'm gonna give y'all a spoiler-free
Bruh.
review on
Oh,
my
okay. I thought you were
shit.
gonna say I'm gonna give y'all a spoiler. I was like, I'm only
No,
2 episodes deep, dog.
nah, Jolene made me nut in the first episode.
Bro, when
Okay.
she was talking about masturbating, I was like, can we see that?
You started watching part 6 before you were done with part 3.
Bro, like Adrian and any JoJo's fan can tell you, you can just watch whatever parts you want. It really don't
You
matter.
don't want
Kind of
to.
like
I
some
don't
American Horror Story.
listen. I don't stand by that. I don't want any association
You
with that
literally
because
told me I don't have to watch part 1 or part 2.
that was old me. I'm
That
a new
was
person.
me.
I don't associate with
I
part
changed
skippers.
as of 30 seconds ago.
Anyways, listen, as of right now, I just know that Jolene is Jotaro's kid, but like that's it. So it's not really like that big of a deal for me. She
All
just
right.
be what is it? Orange is the new black in it.
If any female wants Adrian to bark at them, just dress up as a JoJo's character. Just like to throw that out there.
Listen,
Specifically
JoJo pose at
Jotaro.
me, and I'll literally just say,
Specifically
"Hey,
Jotaro.
Bro, I sent him a TikTok, bro.
hold on,
He said, let me go send it to you."
hold on. If you a buff female and you JoJo pose in front of me, hit me line. Hit my line
Bro,
real
he
quick.
straight up said, "I'm a bark." He said, "I'm a bark for it," or the urge to bark for her is getting high, extremely high, or
Can we
something like
not
that.
can we not talk about lean beef patty for one podcast?
Hey,
It's
yeah,
just a sin to
that was
do
all of
so.
them.
I
Except for
know
the
it
one we
was
did.
because the moment that you said a buff woman doing a JoJo pose, I was like, "Dear fucking god!" I hate it
Anywho, let's
here.
get back to the
Anyways,
JoJos.
so
So the spoiler-free review, what I think of it so far. We don't have the whole season out, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
hold
I
on.
don't know when we're just gonna get the whole season out because no, 12 episodes does not cover all the season. Part 6, it feels like it's like halfway, maybe even a little bit less.
Adrian, I'm sorry to derail this, but yesterday I was talking to Javen, and he told me that the ending for I forget if he said it's part 4 or part 5,
I can give it to you.
but one of them
Probably part
says
4.
like I wake up in the morning and I'm so horny or some shit.
Bro,
Is that
this is part
actually
4?
is that really what they say?
Part 4?
Is
I
that
think I
really?
know which character says it too.
Oh my god.
Dude, I can't wait for you to meet that character because
He told me about that and I was like there's no fucking way that that's like a thing, and he's like no it is, and I'm like
no, I want you to
why?
see why he gets horny. I
Oh my
want you to see
god.
why because you would not expect it.
Oh my.
You're not going to.
All right, look, I'm done with this conversation. Let's go back to your spoiler-free review. I'm sorry
It's,
for derailing.
it's fine.
I regret my decisions. I was
Anywho,
happier when I didn't know this was a real thing.
no, it's real. He's funny.
God fucking.
Anywho, we don't. I have no idea when if it's going to be like a weekly thing. I've even heard rumors that it might be monthly, and if it's monthly, kill me right the fuck now, because I
I
will read the
mean,
manga. I will happily read the manga
honestly,
for
if
it.
Netflix is like, hey, here's 12 episodes for 1 month, that'd be fine because
No, but I'm like
no,
episodic,
no, no,
like
no, 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 no,
one
no, no,
episode
no,
per
no, no,
month.
no, 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 no.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
Not like
that's
a whole batch. If it was a
ass.
whole batch, okay, that's fine.
That is
If it's
ass.
episodic, kill me. I'll read the manga.
Yeah, that's ass. If it's monthly episodic, that is ass.
I don't see it being monthly. I see it being weekly because I feel like if it's monthly, then
I still think
I don't
that's
know if it's
fucking
gonna.
crazy. They're like,
It's gonna
here's
be a
12
crazy thing to.
episodes, and then now you're just gonna get it every week.
Yeah, it's a wild thing, and I think it
Like you
kills
couldn't
the
have
hype
started
for the
this.
series
You
too.
really
So
couldn't
like
have started this like
later.
11 weeks ago. Like no, not even like 11 weeks ago. You couldn't have done that, and then
Yeah,
just do the
it's
whole
just a
shit
wild
weekly.
thing to hear if it's like episodic like that. But if it's weekly, I don't mind. It'd probably be like coming out every Wednesday. I don't mind that. I just wish it was the whole season because it made it feel like the whole season was going to come out this when they released it. But anywho, spoiler free review. So far, this is new to me since I've never read part six. I've known spoilers about it for 2, 3 years at this point, which is unfortunate, but it's whatever. What
Yeah,
I
I
think about
found
it for
out
the
this
story
one
wise,
spoiler that made me sad.
I'll have to hear about that maybe wait
It's
a
about
little bit later.
how somebody dies. So your favorite someone.
Yeah, I
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
uh-huh. Anywho, anywho, let's not talk about my goat like that. I know he gonna pull through. He gonna
Yeah,
pull through.
with that hole in his head, he gonna pull through.
She gonna happily shut the fuck up. So what I think about the season so far is good. I think it's unfortunate to where this part takes place because it's I've heard this is what I heard from fans. It's taking place like after part five and then before part seven, which two of them are like probably like people's favorites part. So part six is kind of just in a shitty position where if it doesn't hold up to that standard, then people are gonna probably slander on it and call it shit. And I don't think it's going to be shit. It's all right so far though. I have to see more in the story and see more character dynamics because like I've watched 12 episodes of it and it just still feels like we're new to certain characters and we still don't get a lot of them. But at the same time, maybe we'll get a whole 38 episodes and then we'll actually see the character dynamic because
Sheesh, who
I don't
getting
know. It just feels
38
like they
episodes,
kind of,
bro?
I don't want to say some of them characters are like, feel like they forced to like get along, but it doesn't feel like they just got the friendship there. It's kind of just feel like, oh, we have a comment. I can't even say that. It's just weird. Like I feel like it's a little bit forced how their friendship grows instead of like how other JoJo parts, like you can see the progression, especially in part four, where you actually see like their friendship, like get together and shit. Most JoJo fans will know what I'm talking about. But as of right now, if I were to give it like a rating, like 7 out of 10, I'll give it a 7. Also, the villain, it's not really much to go off for the villain, except he has more of a role, I guess, in earlier parts of this season than any other villain in JoJo's, which is shocking because most of the villains, other than Dio in part one, don't really like have a part in the beginning parts of the season.
Mhm.
So it's weird, but I think it could work. His stand is also a little weird, but I hope it gets a little bit more explained.
Now, I may only be on episode 2, but I feel like everybody's stands are going to be weird this season.
I mean, yeah,
Because
they are. Trust me.
I feel like Jolene's is like a mix of Star Platinum with like whatever the hell's going on with the thread. But
So I feel like it's just if you were to say like Star Platinum with like a spider, I wouldn't take it
yeah,
because like she can make like webs and threads and shit.
yeah.
But I feel like she is weaker than Star Platinum.
Oh yeah,
if I just try to like do like some edgy like power scale and shit, I would just say yeah, she's weaker than Star Platinum, like power wise. I'm not even saying like as a stand. I'm just saying like if you're going like hit for hit to see like who's stronger, I would say Star Platinum for
Well,
sure.
yeah, because she like laid into Gwes, and Gwes was still alive, and you already know if Jotaro was there. I mean, it may also be because I don't think Jolene is like a ruthless killer, at least from what I've seen at this point. Versus where
Well, I'm
Jotaro
not
is just
saying
like,
that
you've
because
crossed me, you're dead.
yeah, I'm not saying that just because like the people she's fought because Jotaro's also just doesn't always kill people with Star Platinum. He always just
Yeah.
like beat them to a pulp, and we get the same result from like father like daughter.
Yeah, but what I
But
mean
like
is
she
like
just
I think
doesn't break like
Jolene pulls her punches more than Jotaro would.
probably actually she might, but there's also like a weird thing where she's like claiming she just can't break her cells with their stand for some reason. Like either it hurts her or she just doesn't want to.
Mm,
So like I personally think like Jolene's a little weaker power wise,
probably.
but
I'm willing to say
but
that much.
like they're relative, but I would give it Star Platinum like most of the time if they were to tell me, oh, who do you think would win if they're like on a full on brawl, I would
Yeah.
definitely say Star Platinum. Not even being biased, it's just how I see the series of
Nah,
both of the
you're
characters.
biased as fuck.
I mean, he's a goat too. Like, I'm sorry, but Star Platinum's just better. Like, I can't help it. Like, damn, bro.
Dude, speaking of part 3, I love fucking Joseph. I love Joseph so much.
Dude, Joseph is a fucking
He
character. I
just
fucking
he's now I'm at the point where like every episode he's like, "Oh no." I'm
fucking English is so fucking stupid to hear, but it's so
or
goofy.
what was it? Or he like at one time he was like, "Oh my god." I was like, I love Joseph so much.
Dude, he's the one of the best characters in part three, and like made like what part three was so enjoyable. It's like always hearing him like reacting to dumb shit, like "Oh my god,
Yup.
oh no," or saying
Yup.
some other dumb shit like that. But like, bro,
Every time that he says something in English, I'm like, I adore the shit out of this man. But
also the way how he carries himself, like saying like
dude,
Japanese ain't shit. Like I'm
it's
like, bro.
so funny seeing like a Japanese voice actor just shit all over anything and everything that is Japanese. It's
It
so
really
funny.
is because this man literally gets a fucking coffee. Say this coffee shit, and he's like, and Abdul's like, bro, that's American coffee. He's like,
He's
what
like,
the fuck?
yeah, and he's like, shit. But yeah, man. I'm enjoying, dude. Yeah, he's so funny because he's making like right now where I'm at is where they just fought Justice, or the episode after they fought Justice, and you know where she makes Polnareff lick the toilet, and Joseph makes fun
Oh
of him for
yeah,
licking the toilet for like the rest of the
yes.
episode. Yeah. I'm like, I love how this like grown ass like 60-year-old man is just a fucking like teenager. He's just a grown teenager.
I don't want to say like he's grown from like part two because he has a little bit, but like at the same time he still has that like
Maturity wise, he has not whatsoever. But
yeah he's
enough of
hasn't really
part
aged that
3.
much.
Um honestly, coming from me who's only 2 episodes deep, um I think it has a lot of potential. Uh it really interests me, and like the dynamic between her and um Costello, is that her name?
Which one is Costello?
The Hispanic chick with dreads.
I say hers is Hermes because I think
Yeah.
it is Costello Hermes. So.
But like their dynamic seems pretty interesting. But I mean, I don't know cuz I've literally only gotten the fucking 5 seconds in the first episode of them together. I also think now I'm sure it'll get explained in part 4 and 5, but what is going on with all of these weird ass character designs? Like the one dude that looks like a fucking deer, like he's got deer ears, and then the
the
other
elf
guy who's got like a
motherfucking
moon,
lawyer,
and then the one security guard who's like got like a fucking
the
like
pineapple head.
yeah, like what is going on?
No, it really doesn't get explained. Just the author just literally just draws like
He's just like,
ugly
I
ass
don't give a
characters.
shit anymore.
No, like from 1 to 3, they're normal most of the time. Part 4, you're starting to realize like, okay, like you see a little bit, but it's not too crazy. Part 5, you get into wild territory. Part 6, like, is balls to the wall crazy. They don't fucking care.
Because I'm like, what is going on with these character designs and these character personalities? Because like the security guard with that alligator, I'm like, what is happening right here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just characters starting to get weirder and weirder throughout the series in general, not throughout the parts. It's in general. Like
I kind of
they get.
am concerned for the mangaka's mental health because like that's weird.
I mean, you wouldn't be wrong. It's just I don't know. I don't even know how he really got to that part. Like why he started doing that either. There's a theory that there's aliens in Jojos, mostly after part 4, but I'll let you get to that after you've seen part 4.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after I get to part 4.
Yeah, it was just. This is a little bit of a theory that I low-key kind of believe in. Just after things after part 4 start to make sense a little bit, because these characters they don't act normal. They not human. I'm telling you that right now. They can't be stand users, but they still ain't normal.
I don't know whether I'm gonna juggle watching part 6 and part 3 at the same time, but
I'd say you should focus part 3 and then like
yeah.
move onward from there, and then go to part 6 once you're like done with part 5 and all. Because I'm not saying these things are gonna be like questioning a lot, but I feel like it's a lot better to go through that lineage route than other than
Hey
like.
man, if this shit's gonna be episodic, by the time that part 6 is all the way out, I'm gonna be caught up.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that. It's like if it's episodic, like I said, or it's not gonna come out in batches weekly or monthly or however. You might as well just focus all your time on like the past parts instead of just trying to focus a little bit on part 6. Just watch all the past parts because, in my opinion, they might even be better than part 6. I have to see how part 6 ends because I know it's wild. But anywho, focus on the past parts and you'll enjoy JoJo a lot more. I promise you.
All right. Well, do we have anything else to add with JoJo's?
No, there's nothing else I can get into.
All right. Well, we're talking about part 6 and part 3, but we're talking about the wrong part 3 because episode 3 of Hawkeye is out this week. I'm not even gonna bother talking about Hawkeye episode 1 and 2 because like I have some opinions, but like y'all literally covered it perfectly, so I'm not even gonna bother.
And it's amazing.
It was pretty fire. I'm not even gonna lie.
It was. I liked it.
That was great. Like the amount of comic book references that were in there. And
I love the name of the episode. It's called Echoes.
Yeah, and we got to be introduced to Echo. I'm really like I don't even how is she gonna 180 from like this? And let's not even fucking talk about it. Fuck that. Can we talk about how Kingpin is her uncle and they're like very subtly just throwing Vincent D'Onofrio in our face?
I don't know who that is.
The Daredevil. It's the same dude who played the Kingpin in Daredevil.
Oh, I haven't watched Daredevil because the first season was really slow, so I never like thoroughly got into it.
You never watched it?
You absolute piece of shit.
Crazy.
Yeah. Talk all the shit you want. You ain't even caught up on Bleach, so your opinion don't really matter to me.
Bro, your opinion don't matter anymore, bro. Your opinion's non-existent, you absolute clown.
Bro, it's not my fault that season 1 is slow. I never got into it, so I never really cared to like continue.
Bro, Naruto is fucking nothing but slow, but you still got through all of that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a different time, buddy boy.
All right, that's fair.
Do you want me to remind you what happened with One Piece?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
All right,
No,
well,
but like, bro, all I'm saying, I'm digging this chemistry between Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, but like,
I just love the amount of disdain that Hawkeye has for her. It's so
Dude,
funny.
This
he's
this shit was
slowly getting there.
Yeah, but he's still
he
such
is.
a prick.
It's funny, especially after he lost his hearing aids and after he's like
I just
he
love
can't
how
do
he
it.
got it fixed and they were in the diner and she was just talking to him and talking to him and talking to him, and then they get the bill and he turns it back on and she's like, was that out the entire time?
Wait, before we get into like full episode 3, Diego, what do you think of episode 1 and 2?
I already covered that.
You barely covered it because all you really said was like me and Adrian covered like
Yeah, because
episode 1 and 2. But like, I want to
Yeah.
know what you thought about it. Like, not like, oh, what happened? More of like, hey, what do you think about it? Like,
I really enjoyed it, but honestly, I don't really remember. I don't like, I really enjoyed the first episode. I know that for a fact. I think that oh, that's the one thing I did want to say actually. Her mom is a fucking cunt.
A little bit.
I hate her mom so much. I hope
I don't
Jack
think you're
I hope
supposed to
Jack
like her
kills
mom.
I hope Jack kills her. That's all I gotta
There
say.
you go. They need to go that far.
Nah, she deserves it. Fuck that bitch.
Holy shit, dude.
Bruh. I mean, the only thing that I really hate, like that I absolutely was like, wow, is the fact that the Jack dude looks like a spitting image of a Walmart version of her like actual dad.
Yeah.
Like when he turned the corner and that was like what she saw, I was like, someone slapped the shit out the mom for this because like that's
Bro, she got a
ridiculous,
type.
bro.
She got a type.
You right, but like
And
I'm just curious to
you
know
can
like
tell.
so, but like you can tell this was a new thing because it's not like she didn't know who Jack was.
Yeah.
She knew exactly who Jack was, but when she turned the corner, he then all of a sudden looked exactly like her dad. So it's almost like did the mom talk him into this? Is this something quote unquote new he's trying? Like, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
like what's the story behind that? Because like at least that's what I got. When I saw her face and I saw how she reacted and she already knew who he was, it's like, okay, so this is a new look for him. Either that or she hadn't met him in person before. But I mean, I'm like, there's no way you talk to your mom all the time. She bails you out of, breaking the fucking bell tower and you don't know what her boyfriend looks like.
Oh, I disagree. Sorry, I was misunderstanding what you were talking about. I don't think that she even knew that she had a boyfriend, and that's why she was pissed.
No, she never knew that she had a boyfriend.
Oh, I thought it was like she knew, but then
No.
he turned the corner. Oh, no, you're right. She didn't know.
Yeah.
She was probably thinking, Mom, you piece of shit.
Well,
Yeah, she's like, how the hell
at
you gonna get
first,
married and I didn't even know the boyfriend existed? Like, what the fuck?
yeah, that I agree with. Like that, I would be pissed too. But like, at first, I really just thought that she was mad because she was like, "Oh, you're moving on from dad," and I was like, at first, I was like, "Bitch, your dad has been dead for how long? Get over it." But
Yeah, like, wow.
and then he turned out to be an asshole, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, fuck this dude."
So now I want to ask you, Diego, do you think that, like, from what I got of his look and all that, it seems like they're almost trying to paint a picture of he is like with her and trying to marry her like for a reason. Like he specifically sought after her. Do you think that's something that's possible, or do you think like it was a coincidence?
So, given how he seems to have like a criminal record type thing, um I'm going to assume that he's probably marrying her for the security company because like Kate said in this episode, she has like a huge database of people in that database.
Hmm.
So I am pretty sure that he's trying to use Kate's mom to get to the security company for whatever reason.
Interesting. What do you think, Adrian? You have any thoughts on anything?
I'm leaning towards with what Diego said. He's definitely using her for sure,
Hmm.
or at least trying to manipulate his way to the top to where he has a little bit or a decent amount of control. Maybe you can total control of the security company. For whatever reasons, obviously we can't tell from 3 episodes because we kind of barely met him in episode 1. They don't really touch upon other than he's shady and he might have killed the uncle. Might have is very loosely. He most likely did. So
I think there's more to it, personally.
there's for sure more to it, but
Like,
I
I
still feel like
agree.
he's
You know, I
guilty.
think, I think there. Well, no, I meant I think there's more to him marrying her or getting with her than just the security aspect. I think that could be part of it. Like, I think that's just one of those like added on benefit factors. But the only thing I can think about is one, we don't know really anything about Kate's dad. We know that he was probably wealthy, because I mean they lived in a giant ass house and they still live in a giant ass house. We know
Hmm.
he was fearless, which meant he probably went on like a lot of adventures or did a lot of dangerous things. And to me, whenever I think of like, oh, this person was fearless and like did dangerous things or like was in dangerous situations, in Marvel Cinematic Universe, to me, that usually means they've gone and like acquired like important things. Um, like whatever, like artifacts or whatever. But on top of that, also the mom having a scuffle with the dude that died, the whatever his name is, the one who was killed, who they think Jack killed. Him having a scuffle, but that also being a relative of his, like what would be the intent of him murdering his own family, and could it be that whatever that dude wanted from Kate's mom, Jack wants? So he's like, well, screw you, I'm gonna get it instead. Takes him out so that he can acquire said thing. To me, I feel like I think there's something about Kate's mom and or maybe family that is like maybe important to them, or like has like a key to get something important to them. But I don't know. That's how I'm
Yeah,
looking into it.
yeah, it definitely could be the case. It's all up in the air. We have to wait to see with more episodes because
Now, other thing I wanted to touch on about this episode 3, was uh you're almost starting to see the similarities between Kate and Hawkeye. Because, like, I feel like the Hawkeye we're seeing now is definitely more on the, I don't want to say Ronin side, but like on the Ronin, like not as like witty, not as like uh lighthearted. Like, I don't know, like I remember in Civil War, he was talking to like Black Panther, like in the middle of a fight trying to have a conversation. Not so like serious. Let's finish this mission, get this over with. My job is to be a ghost. My job is to, basically take out the target without being seen. But right now we're seeing him as, you know, finish the mission, hurry up, get it done. Don't be seen, don't draw too much attention. But Kate seems to be like the young aspect of him, or the, lighthearted, witty one. And I think it kind of shows on the scene where they're on the subway and they're talking, and he's like, "Oh, you weren't lying about being the greatest shot," while she's like, "Oh, I should probably take the dog out. Been cooped up all day." And then he kind of hits her with the same thing.
yeah, they definitely do have a pair. I would say like there's a
It's kind of like
100% a parallel right there.
yeah, was gonna say it's kind of like uncanny how well they're paralleled.
Mm-hmm. I
didn't
thought that
notice
was a
it
nice
too.
scene. I don't know.
No.
That's what I picked up on.
Listen, I'm not gonna try to derail you, but fuck that, because the nice scene was the car chase.
Which one? There's multiple.
That was the car chase.
Oh, I thought we were gonna dive into the other nice scene.
Nah, bro. What makes me so fucking hype about the car chase is because I read that issue that the car chase was based off of.
Oh, really?
I was so
Oh.
fucking hype. Like, pretty much, like, the whole, like, it was, dude, it was so good. Like, moment by moment, like, so, in the comics, Kate drives, Hawkeye shoots, but, it's fine. It's, supposed to show what Kate can do. Yeah, exactly, and they reference it. And, even the whole, like, trick arrows thing, like, it was so good. I thought it was so funny, like, how how he was like, yeah, this one's too dangerous, this one's too dangerous, this one's too dangerous. And then she blows up a van. She's like, wait, there's 4 that are more dangerous than this one?
I would definitely say that Pym arrow was definitely more dangerous than any
That Pym arrow.
any of them.
That
Yes,
Pym arrow was sick.
I didn't think he still had
That
one.
scene where he's like, shoot up in the sky, and like, dude, that was sick. That was so cool.
Dude,
I love it because they're showing the
focused,
creativity.
When it focused so you could see the Pym arrow, I was like, you're fucking joking me.
It's so cool.
That was so sick. But yeah,
I don't
dude,
know why I
that
just didn't think he had one. I didn't think he kept it.
That scene was so beautiful because it just was, like you said, Brennan, like it shows you how creative he is. And
I like the putty arrow.
Yeah, the
and she's like sitting there trying to like talk to him, and it's like, bro, you know he can't hear you, so I don't know what you're trying to tell him. Bruh. She said, a USB arrow? What am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
He said, put your weapons down, bruh.
I still like the scene that when she literally just draw, like, no, I'm still gonna work on your branding. And then she draws comic accurate,
yeah, that was great.
I actually laughed out loud. Like I actually deadass started laughing.
From when she grabbed the crayon or when she showed it to him?
No, when she showed it to him, and I realized what it was, and he's just sitting there looking at her like.
No, I started laughing when she grabbed the crayon and started drawing because I was like, "There's no way this is the scene," and then lo and behold.
Dude, I thought she was gonna figure out he was Ronin in that scene because she was like maybe something with a black mask and a hood and like a black suit.
I think
I thought she was gonna say that.
I'm gonna be honest. I think she knows, but she just doesn't want to say anything.
She wants him to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I feel like you're insinuating but then you also went back and said you know who it is, but you're trying to protect their identity. And I'm like, if you knew, why not just say it? But if you want him to say it and you want him, I mean, that could be the thing because she kept talking about trust and look, see, trust in each other, da 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 da, share secrets, I guess. But
yeah.
I was confused. I was like, I can't tell if you're insinuating or if you feel like he just knows who it is. Bruh.
Another thing
you know what hurt? Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Adrian.
I was gonna point out and say I like how Clint pointed out that the death of Ronan was literally Black Widow, and I like how it references how literally Black Widow was the only one that came to him and got him out of that Ronan mindset too.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad and depressing to think about. He's like, if you watch it all happen, I'm like, damn.
She was literally the last person to physically see Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
And that day she went to him and said, we can save your family. He said, I guess Ronan's dead.
Pretty much. I'll kill Ronan right now.
Speaking of sad, can we talk about that scene where he's talking to his son and he can't even hear him?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I started crying. I was like, that is so sad.
He has to act like everything's okay, not to freak out his son because he knows his son will and it's crazy to see in that moment, you think why is he like being around or like acting on like everything's okay? Like, why didn't he just tell his son that like he doesn't have his hearing device, so he needs to text? And it's like you don't realize it until the very end. His son is smart as shit.
Yeah.
And you realize that when he says like you're not going to be home for Christmas, like that's okay. Like you realize like yes, as he said in the episode, living the type of life that Kate Bishop wants to live, essentially being a superhero, like not only does it make you lose things, gain things, and like change you as a person, but it changes the people around you because no other, you know what I like, no other kid that age of his son is going to be able to say something like that and like it not be normal, but like it's genuinely meant like it's okay or like I understand why you can't. You know what I mean? Like every other kid would be like sad or whatever. Like you can tell that the other adults, like the daughter and stuff, feels it more. And she is more of the one that doesn't want him missing anything. But like just like seeing a kid that young, like understanding stuff like that. And I think that also put it in Kate's head. Like she started to understand like what he was meaning by, or I guess he hadn't even had that conversation with her yet. But I feel like that should have shown her like what he meant when he said like you're gonna lose things like forever. And there's just certain things that like come with living this life that just essentially sucks.
All right, so the fight scene,
bro. I couldn't wait to get to this part.
Ooh, that fight scene was pretty clean with him and Echo.
Bro, that no look.
Yeah, that I literally was gonna point that one out. That no look arrow where it just shot his hand. I was like, dude, you didn't even see the guy, and you still fucking did that.
Hey, bro, put some respect on Hawkeye's name, bro.
For real.
And let's go casually.
Now, Kate Bishop might be a little strong, bro, because she can use Hawkeye's bow, and Hawkeye's got that. Look, the amount of strength that you have to use Hawkeye's bow, and she's just slinging that thing like it's nothing. That's impressive. That is so much.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to my coworker, and he goes, "Did she look buff to you in the scene where she's wearing a tuxedo?" I was like, "Hey, bro, she can beat me up.
She was fine as hell.
She can beat me up,
bro. That's all I gotta say."
But
I like me a buff woman. You already know.
Dude, that whole fight scene was literally like when he jumped into the ball pit, doing like spinning and shoots the arrow to cut the dude's face to get him distracted and cut Kate's cuffs at the same time. I was like, bro, my dude deserves better in the movies, bro.
For real. They're really redeeming him in this show.
Dude, they are.
And we're only 3 episodes deep. We're only 3 episodes
okay, I
deep.
do wanna call like a weird moment that I looked at it and I was like, excuse me? When he went and pulled the suction cup arrow off of the windshield with his bare hand and then used it to stick onto a train to carry both him and Kate Bishop.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Like, bro, didn't you just yank that off a windshield with your bare hand?
All right,
and now it's holding you onto a train?
You do realize how suction cups work, right? There's like a specific way to take it off.
Listen, bro, when you're in the heat of battle, it doesn't seem like you worried about taking it off a certain way.
Bro, all of their guns were pointed downwards, bro. He had all the time in the world.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even sliding, bro. I've never seen a suction cup hold like that.
That's why you ain't Hawkeye.
Shit, that is very low on the list of why I'm not Hawkeye.
I'm just saying.
First one, he can't use it, or he can't be an archer, bro.
I'm just saying.
First of all, I stuck with the bow and arrow. Trust me, I've tried.
I'm just saying, dog. That's why you ain't Hawkeye, bro.
All right, I do actually want to talk about Echo's character, or I guess Maya, as she's known right now, because the way the episode started off,
that was cute, bro.
A little cute backstory. It's kind of sad though.
It was very sad.
Now, is there significance in like dragons and her, like in the comics? Do you know? Or I guess you don't know like too much about her character, right?
I am assuming because I looked it up just to make sure, but it's literally just a reference to Bruce Lee.
Just watching it, I thought there was like some kind of significance in her like in a dragon, just because it's like when she's a little kid, they make the reference, and then when he passes away, the last thing he says is like, "Fly far away, my little dragon."
Hi, Michael.
Hi, podcast. Bye, podcast.
God, this episode is so scuffed.
Why
Alright.
didn't you lock it? We forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
It
That's
happens.
fair.
That's pop-up number 2. We're gonna need a pop-up counter.
For real.
But yeah, that was the only reason I had asked. Is just it seemed like it was supposed to be significant, but
Yeah. See,
um,
I don't know what her character arc is supposed to be because like
mhm,
her like Wilson Fisk kills her dad, not Ronan.
mhm.
So I don't know what her character arc is supposed to be cuz like I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe
I
maybe
think
maybe she ends up being a good guy at the end of Echo or something happens within these 3 episodes that makes her go good. I don't know.
if I had to guess, I would say what's gonna happen is her and Hawkeye already kind of had like a little like connection-y type thing when she saw that he was like hard of hearing and kind of understood sign language.
Yeah.
And you could tell that like she definitely wants to have him just in the sense of like he definitely knows stuff about Ronin, so she's like I like get him, but it's not in a malicious way. I don't think it's more of like a you have the information I need, so I'm gonna keep you until you give it to me.
Yeah.
And so what I think may or may not happen is like 2 or 3 different scenarios. So first one is, you know, she gave the little hint of like you rely too much on technology, as in like speaking about his hearing aid. So I think something will happen where he loses it again. They start talking again using like partial sign, just since he's not like great at it.
Yeah.
Mr. More cookies, please. And so I think they'll kind of connect on that front, and then maybe like I think somehow maybe the family gets brought back into it, and she sees the little kid, and the little kid starts signing, and she kind of sees that he's teaching her because there's definitely a big significance in her having a connection with other people who can sign and or are hard of hearing or deaf.
Yeah.
Just because it's also in the beginning of the episode, she's like, I thought I was going to go to like the sign school. Like I thought I was going to be around people who were like me.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, it's going to be more of like she sees he's trying as opposed to like half-assing it and like not relying on like technologies and stuff.
Yeah.
She kind of connects with him on that deeper level, and like
But does
that
she
helps,
find
and
out
he's
that
able to.
he's Ronan is my question.
That's where I think that wouldn't happen. Like maybe he just leaves it at the it dies. Now that's like lowest possibility. The other possibility is she finds out, they have their little connection with sign language moment where they talk, and they're kind of trying to kill people similarly in the sense of he was doing it out of what he felt like was revenge slash avenge, like for his family.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how is it fair that these people lived and mine died when they're good people and these people are horrible?
Yeah.
And she's trying to get revenge because her family, aka her dad, was stabbed and killed by Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gonna be maybe one of those like cliche, like she finds out why he did it. She understands, but she's still mad. But she decides to let him live. Like she almost learns to like the whole like I learned to forgive. But it puts her, instead of her being like 100% good, it puts her in like a anti-hero, like a I'm not necessarily good, but I'm not necessarily bad. I still work under my uncle, aka Kingpin.
Yeah.
So she still has like bad tendencies, and then it carries over into Echo, which is her character development of her going from working under Fisk into being a good guy. Or maybe
Yo. Oh my
third,
god.
my third is Kingpin hires someone who looks like Ronin
Yes,
to
that's
then go
exactly what I was
into.
thinking.
I was thinking
And
that
then
low key.
now the only reason I don't think that's a big one is because Clint isn't denying that Ronin killed her or killed him.
Yeah.
So to me, and he knows a lot about the sweatsuit clan or the sweatsuit thugs.
Tracksuit.
I forgot their name. There you go, tracksuit
Tracksuit.
people.
Yeah.
So it seems more on the line that he killed her, or it could just be he was looking into her, but someone else got to him first dressed as Ronin, and he's like, "Well, I don't know who the other Ronin is. I know who I am, but I can't deny that it was someone dressed as Ronin." Like, no one's gonna believe like I'm Ronin, but I didn't kill him. You know what I mean? So he could just be like, whatever. But if that's the case, she finds out at the end of Hawkeye that Kingpin was the one who like ordered the hit, or maybe he just gave Clint Barton the information.
Maybe.
Like maybe instead of Clint killing him, he was like, "I'll tell you about all these people, and you can go kill them. Just spare my life or whatever." Um, or maybe he just like dropped information about them at Clint without Clint even knowing who dropped it off or whatever, and he finds out later it was Kingpin. But like maybe then the Echo series is about her fighting against her uncle and becoming the quote unquote good guy.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Literally, while you were
So
about to say it, it just popped in my head, and then you said
I've
it.
thought
And
about
I'm
it, but
like,
I'm just
that's
like,
crazy.
I don't know how likely that is, because.
I mean, it's not.
But
It's a black suit, dude. It's not impossible.
yeah, it's not too complex to like copy it, and plus we never really saw Clint if he has any memory of it, a POV of his events. So
Yeah.
I want to see if that's ever gonna pop up. Probably not, just because
he
things.
hasn't given any like visual cues as to why it wasn't him. And I mean, like we're talking, that's a trained soldier boy who knows how to act like Ronin, because that's a different breed of dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
If there's someone else running around who has those type of
I mean, that
capabilities,
could
that's
be
kind of scary.
Bullseye.
Maybe,
If
but
he's in the series, possibly.
because that was like, as you saw in her flashback, that was strictly like he took him out with a sword.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing. Like Bullseye would have used some kind of like throwing stars or something.
Well, I mean,
Given I don't know
think
much about Bullseye,
I
so
think Bullseye can do. I think Bullseye is literally like, see,
Hawkeye too.
yeah, Bullseye is literally like Ironmonger or Red Skull. It's just like the hero but evil. But
Yeah,
I think Bullseye
he's
is
a reverse
cool.
Flash.
Like, yeah, like for in my opinion, he's like the Reverse Flash. Like he's just a copy paste of the hero, but like they're cool.
But they do a good job of it.
Yeah,
They do a good job of like making him still different or unique-ish.
because like Bullseye is one of my favorite villains, just because I think that like dude, when you can kill somebody with a fucking like a playing card from 100 meters away, that's
Shout out
sick.
Gambit.
That's sick. Like, like I don't know, man. I just
Dude, I'll never forget in the Daredevil movie when the fat bitch is eating her goddamn Skittles, and she's talking all this shit, and he slips a Skittle in her mouth. She starts choking, and like he slips 2 paper clips into her throat. Man, great times. I know a lot of people hate on the Daredevil movie. Since I don't like know a lot. I don't know a lot of lore, so on an entertainment and like this dude's whooping people's asses and like he's blind and the way he sees is cool. Like as a kid, to me, I was like, this is a cool movie. Like
yeah.
this dude's beating ass, like freaking he can't see, but he's got this weird blue echolocation looking vision.
Dude,
You know,
look, since we're
he's
talking
having
about
these cool fight
Daredevil,
scenes.
I'm just waiting for the Man Without Fear costume, cuz the red costume's amazing, but I need that yellow one. I need that yellow one stat.
Ew,
At least
yellow.
once. At least once.
Nah, I'm just not a big fan of yellow. I've seen it though. I've seen it.
It's
It's
clean,
yellow.
bro.
It looks like Reverse Flash's outfit, right? But like Daredevil.
I don't know.
Nah, I like the black and red Daredevil suit. I don't know if that's a real suit, but I've seen pictures or like things of it, and it looks sick.
Yeah, I mean
The red or the black with the red trim.
Yeah. I think
I
I
just
know what
like
you're
when he
talking
has like, oh, at least in the show. I like when he first was like going out and like beating people
about.
up.
Oh, just in the just in his jumpsuit.
Yeah, I like that attire. I don't know why. It just looks cool. Like I don't even know. I can't even explain why. Like I like it. It just looks cool.
Probably because it's like more realistic than like his suit.
Yeah, I would say so. Since
I mean, is there anything special about his suit?
It's bulletproof. It's like knife resistant.
Okay. So it protects him against like
Yeah, I
street
was
level
literally
stuff,
just about to
essentially.
say, like, it prevents him from dying.
Yeah. Okay. Not that he should really be getting hit by bullets, but it's fine.
Yeah, bro, that's fine.
Just in case.
Okay, so what I want to talk to you guys about next, I don't know if this is going to be podcast related, but I was talking to my coworker and we were talking about we were talking about all this literally. Like we were talking about Daredevil because he loves Daredevil, and I started talking to him about you know another Netflix hero that was done dirty, Iron Fist. I don't know if you guys know, but I love Iron Fist. Like I think Iron Fist is such a sick character. Personally, I love all the street level characters because they're all not like
super crazy,
too over the top. Yeah,
yeah.
like it's like Hawkeye isn't like this is like unbelievable. It's almost like wow, this is like almost achievable in real life if you like dedicate your time to like honing in like certain skills.
I mean,
Obviously not to that extent, but
Hawkeye spends 2 hours a day, bro, just shooting arrows. I mean, if you did that
exactly.
every day for your life, you'd probably be a near perfect shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty damn good at it at least.
Exactly.
And so we were talking about Iron Fist, and then obviously you can't talk about Iron Fist without talking about Shang-Chi.
I thought you were gonna say Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is sick too. We'll get into that later. But Shang-Chi, so we were talking about that, and he brought up a very interesting thing that they could do. So I remember, I don't know if it was on the podcast or if I was just talking to Adrian about it, but Shang-Chi and Iron Fist are like deeply connected.
Yeah.
Adrian, I told you the wrong information. I don't know if I cleared that up. Tao Lo is not where Shang-Chi is from. He is, so where Tao Lo is part of the seven cities of heaven or something like that. And what is Iron Fist is Kung Lao, isn't? No, that's a Mortal Kombat character. What's his called? Do you remember, Diego?
It's give me a
It's
second.
something with a K and an L, I swear.
No, I think you're right. Hold on.
Anyways,
It might
well,
be.
while Diego finds that, I'm gonna continue. So he's part of that, and so they're
Kunlun.
connected in the sense of Kunlun. See, I was close. Uh, changing
Kunlun.
one or two characters. But
You were off by 2 letters. It's fine.
yeah, I know. But so he's part of that, and that's part of the seven cities of heaven. God, I'm probably butchering that. If this goes in the podcast, I apologize to any like super like heavy. As much as I love Iron Fist, I suck at reading comics. I have not read like almost a single one, so that's why I'm like I know about it, but it's very brief. But anyways, so we all know that, and then that means there's also 5 other cities that we have not been introduced to in the MCU. I don't know what any of them are. I only know Shang-Chi's and I know Iron Fist. Uh, but he was like, an interesting thing they could do for like Shang-Chi 2
You're
is
just
what if it
missing
was.
one word with the 7. It's the 7 capital cities of heaven, but it's
Oh, there
essentially the
you
same
go.
shit.
So, what if they did almost like a Mortal Kombat tournament, but like obviously Shang-Chi goes for Tao Lo, and then Iron Fist goes for his, and then all the other ones are fodder and don't fucking matter anyways. I say that now, but there's probably like some important ass city that's also part of it. But the only two we're gonna care about are Shang Chi and Iron Fist, and that's how he gets. Iron Fist gets introduced into the MCU, and that's how they can, redo the character, make him fun, and and I was like, dude, I freaking wish they would do that. I just hope they use Shang Chi to introduce Iron Fist somehow because I'd love to see a good adaptation. And now would be the perfect time to do it because Diego, I don't know if you know, I know Adrian's probably not going to know this. They are doing a new Iron Fist comic line.
Yeah.
And their Danny Rand is no longer going to be the Iron Fist. He'll be alive and he'll probably be like one of those like you see him pop up every once in a while because he's got to teach the new one something. But I think they're gonna do an Asian one just because I think they released a statement saying it's time for them to like essentially do what the fans wanted, like get someone from that culture, like
Is it
get
gonna
an
be
Asian
Colleen?
representative. I think it's a dude.
Mm.
No, it's definitely a dude because they have a picture, like a little press picture of who the new one is. I believe it's definitely a dude, but he's in the Iron Fist costume, like his version of it already. So I don't know if it's truly an Asian. I don't know if it's someone else. This would be a perfect time to start trying to get like traction underneath Iron Fist. And then after Iron Fist, to be honest, the Luke Cage show on Netflix wasn't bad. They could recast the same dude who played him because I think he did a really good job. And he looks the part. Like, he's a big dude. So, I mean, they could get start getting some of these street level characters back out. And, I'm not against the Heroes for Hire,
They need
little
to.
Disney Plus run.
They
You
need
know,
to.
I like that, to be honest. I
that
wish
would
they did
be
more.
fire. I just think like introduce Iron Fist into the movie, give him a show on Disney Plus, and at the end of the show, last episode, walking through the city, bumps into Luke Cage. Boom, Luke Cage Disney show announcement. Boom, just like Netflix. Boom, Heroes for Hire. Wow, done. Disney, Kevin Feige, sign me up, bro.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This design for the new guy,
Looking kind of sick, huh?
I
Yeah,
fuck
I
with
looked
it.
it up
It looks
too.
like armor,
Sure,
like actual armor. I fuck with it.
bro. I'm debating. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm
It's only
tempted
5
to
issues,
go.
so
Yeah, I'm
Oh, that's
tempted to
short.
go and just buy every single Iron Fist comic, read all of them, and then get those two and read all those as well.
I might actually read this because this looks. I love this design, and this is the first time there's a new Iron Fist, so
Yeah,
I'm like,
and Iron Fist is just such a sick character. Like, I don't know. Who do you guys think would win, Shang-Chi or Iron Fist?
I don't know enough about Shang-Chi, so I'm gonna abstain from that. Wait,
Adrian?
MCU
I was
Shang-Chi?
gonna say, like, if you
No,
put
comics.
MC, yeah, I was gonna
Comic
say if you
Shang-Chi,
said
but
like,
also comic Iron Fist.
I
Both comics.
think I'm gonna have to go with Iron Fist.
Interesting.
yeah, the only reason I am going with Iron Fist because I don't know anything about Shang-Chi in comics at all.
So I'm gonna give you my answer, and I'm gonna give you the answer that I saw when I was watching the video about it, and I'll also like give you a little bit of an idea of Shang-Chi like in comics. So who do I think would win? It's gonna depend on the day and just what happens. There's not a winner. So the dude I watched the video of, like, that's my opinion. The dude I watched the video of, he said Shang-Chi would maybe win. Or he said he had to give his opinion to Shang-Chi because of one reason. He told all the feats of both of them and explained their power ranking, blah blah blah. So they're both basically like very similar. They're both respected as the best martial artists, obviously.
Yeah.
Now he said the only reason he would give it to Shang-Chi if he had to choose one is because Iron Fist uttered the words, Shang-Chi is the only one who could best me. Now, the only reason I don't agree with why he's choosing Shang-Chi is because they're both martial artists, and if you go and ask Shang-Chi, like, hey, like, who wins? Or you tell, Shang-Chi's talking, and, obviously Shang-Chi's going to say the same thing about Iron Fist. He's going to be like, if y'all had to choose one person to fight me and maybe beat me, you're going to have to choose Iron Fist because he's the only one who could. The key word to me there is could. Iron Fist is not saying that Shang-Chi is the only one who can best me. It's could best me, as in, like, in the right scenario, in the right context, or like on the right day, like, yeah, Shang-Chi could have it. But also that means that on the right day, the right context, Iron Fist could have it. Like, to me, that's one of those typical, like, martial artist answers. It's we're both respected so highly. Everyone is like, oh, who's the best? Who's the best? Neither of us are going to give the answer of who's the actual best. Neither of us are ever going to say, like, he's better or I'm better. It's just like Ip Man. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Ip Man movies, but in the first one, Ip Man spars one of the top, like, kung fu they call him Shifus because the movie's in Japanese, so I'm just gonna say Shifu.
Mhm.
Like, he spars him and he beats him, and a dude is like goes to retrieve his kite and he sees that he bests the other Shifu. Now he goes and starts telling everyone, and everyone's trying to, like, ask, Ip Man, and Ip Man just kind of dodges around the question. Why? Because it's a respect thing. It's
Yeah.
like I don't want to steal students. I don't want to, and like it was supposed to be private. Like I don't want my business out there either in the movie. But like obviously in this sense, it's a respect thing, and I mean it's obvious. Like if you, why would you choose anyone other than Shang-Chi to fight Iron Fist, and why would you choose anyone other than Iron Fist to fight Shang-Chi? Like it's just stupid. You're like you're asking to lose if you choose anyone other than those two to go against each other. Now Shang-Chi in the comics is no one to bat an eye at, bruh. Like in the movie, he's very my coworker put it this way, like in the movies he's very like witty and like funny because that's how Marvel movies are. Like they like no one wants to watch a super serious superhero movie anymore. I think that's why like Batmans and stuff have not been necessarily the greatest is because they don't have the comedic aspect.
Yeah.
It's too serious. But he said in the comics like yeah, Shang-Chi can be like witty and funny and stuff, but when it comes to fighting, he shuts up, dead serious face. It's ready to go. It's all or nothing. We're fighting. And he's like, there's an issue. I forgot what he said it was, but like someone lets him loose in a building, as in like, hey, you take care of this building while I do this. And panel after panel, page after page, it's like Shang-Chi's on floor 4, Shang-Chi's on floor 5, Shang-Chi's on floor 6. Like just going and wiping the entire floor of enemies, just panel after panel, like page after page. So like, and there is a point where he's part of the Avengers and some of the comic lines. I forgot which one. And like, keep in mind, this is also like Shang-Chi in the comics is not no 10 ring master.
Yeah.
He does this with his bare hands. Now, that's also bare hands, as in not even the Iron Fist. So like he just be out here whooping people's asses. My coworker said he'd give it to Shang-Chi only because Iron Fist is like a master at his craft of his craft, while Shang-Chi is like he's mastered it all. Like he's gone through all the different martial arts instead of just like specifically what Iron Fist went through. Now I don't know how much that really helps you against Iron Fist, but um, also we keep saying Iron Fist. I want to make sure people know this is Danny Rand. Because there are other Iron Fists like from the past that they haven't deeply diving into. But I think Danny Rand so far has been deemed like the top one, the best one.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's the only reason I want to clear that up. But yeah, like Shang-Chi in the comic is kind of badass. Like I ain't gonna lie, like he be kind of strong, and he be kind of good with the martial arts, bro. He kind of nice with it. Like if I saw him walking down the street, I think I'd be scared.
I mean, did you watch the
I ain't gonna
movie?
lie.
How he just bodied all of those people?
I mean,
Yeah,
in the comics,
always.
bro, it's like 10 times worse than that, bruh.
Yeah, I
Dude,
wouldn't even walk in the same direction.
he
I'd be like,
also
oh, damn, that's
in the
crazy.
comics,
Get away.
Shang-Chi looks sick. Like he looks dope.
True.
He's got long hair, long float, like not long, but like longer hair. He looks like a little anime protagonist. You know, he looked like a little Sasuke.
Bruh.
Little soft.
I don't know.
He
The
looked like
one
teenage
time that I
Sasuke.
saw him in the comics, he kind of looked like generic anime protagonist number 1.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, but like, yeah, he's kind of sick. I forgot what the name of the issue my coworker told me to read that I might actually look into reading. But yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about that because I thought that would be a dope movie, Mortal Kombat, but MCU style with Iron Fist and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's the new Sub-Zero and Scorpion, bro. Are you kidding me?
I feel like haven't they done something similar, but it was like cosmic energy?
What is it? It's fuck, what is it called? It's pretty much they kind of already did it because I think it's the Grandmaster. It's what is it called? Contest of Champions, I think. Is that what it's
Yeah, I
called?
remember hearing something about that, and they were both like involved in that, and there's other heroes that were involved in that too.
Oh, this is the game. Hold on.
He said, "Hold up, it's not canon. Give me a second."
Yeah, that's the fucking game. Oh, it is. It is Superhero Contest of Champions. Okay, yeah.
I don't know. To me, that sounds like a sick idea. Now, I think that's far away from what will happen. I don't think that's like, I don't know. I do think, though, they will use this in some way to introduce Iron Fist.
I mean,
Now, I don't think it'll
I
be
think
anytime soon.
there's theories that Shang-Chi 2 could deal with it. I
Deal with it as in
personally
Iron Fist or it as in like the tournament or whatever.
no like Iron Fist. I think
Okay.
with the introduction or like them planning on doing an Asian American Iron Fist,
Hmm.
I would not be against them just throwing an
Skipping Danny Rand.
skipping Danny Rand for the MCU completely. Or maybe
I
just
mean,
like
like,
doing what a bunch of people have been asking for and like making him Danny Rand, but just making Danny Rand an Asian American.
I like I said earlier, I think if they wanted a time to do it, this is peak time. You're
Yeah.
starting the new issue. You have a chance. Like, you have a movie that just did amazing. That is all like Asian American or Asian actors. So like,
Mostly, yeah.
yeah, mostly. Now's the time to do it because you can introduce the new Iron Fist. You can skip the part where people got mad about, okay, like this is where I also don't agree with people. They were like, you whitewashed Danny Rand. And it's like, bro, Danny Rand is a white American in the comics. Like, they didn't whitewash him. They actually
He's
just did
literally
him
a
as a
blonde
character.
rich kid in the comics.
Yeah. So, but anyways, that's beside the point. Like, now's the time to, just okay, fine, let's get Danny Rand, but let's get this new Iron Fist. Like, you could like, I'd even be down if they did like he literally like just got the powers, and Shang-Chi is helping him train as a martial artist as well as helping him hone in his Iron Fist like power.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi could be like his training partner for him to be able to learn how to use the Iron Fist. Because like he could straight up punch Danny Rand, or he could straight up punch Shang-Chi with his Iron Fist. But since Shang-Chi has the 10 rings now, he could kind of like block it with the 10 rings to where it won't like fatally hurt him or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or break anything.
Yeah. So like, I feel like it just makes too much sense. Like the announcement of you doing a new comic line, it's like, dude, now's the time to do
Yeah.
it. And like I said, that opens you up to so much other stuff, because it's like I don't mind if they even do like Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, all that on Disney Plus as shows. Like that's fine to me because I know it's hard. Like since they're lesser known characters, it's hard to do full on movies about them. But like
I think Daredevil's the closest.
Daredevil could definitely get a movie for sure. But like if that's the route they wanted to go, I wouldn't mind it.
I would love to
Like
see
I
a
wouldn't mind
Defenders
Iron
movie.
Fist show.
Like
A Defender. Oh, all of them teaming up.
Yeah, fuck the Netflix show. Like it was good, but it was really disappointing.
I'm interested in Jessica Jones's character too. I think it'd be cool to see more of her.
I would prefer to see more of her in the past when she was like trying to be a superhero, to be honest.
Hmm.
But
I mean, I don't know much about her. She seemed cool in the show, but
yeah. All right, well, I don't even know how I'm going to do this.
well, let's
What
revert back. Earlier, we mentioned exhibitions.
Oh, yeah. So, earlier we mentioned some exhibition type shit, and if you listened to last week's episode, we gave you a little sneak peek pretty much, or pretty much actually told you what we're going to be doing this week. So, since there's really not that much to talk about as of right now, aside from, Stone Ocean episode 3 of Hawkeye and speculation of what Demon Slayer's next episode's going to be like, we decided to do a little versus matchup thing. We're probably going to try to aim for doing like maybe 40 minutes. Does that sound like enough time?
Yeah,
We'll just
that
be
sounds
talking.
like good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
We'll
just
just be
talk
talking.
until, we
I
decide
feel like
to
we
stop.
have enough to even talk about, depending on the matchups. Like,
Facts.
Oh, I can tell you now, one of my matchups is gonna last like 2 minutes.
one of my
Not gonna
matches
lie.
it's a goofy like what if scenario. Not what if, it was like a goofy like thing
Boy, if it's
that makes
goofier
it
than
happen.
mine, then I applaud you.
All right, so
It might be.
pretty much to set the tone for what's going to be happening, I picked a pretty generic one just to have one, and plus I want to see what your thoughts are. So pretty much this is an idea that I stole from my favorite podcast, The Weekly Planet. They pretty much are like, if a character wants to kill, like say Deadpool, he just kills if he wants to kill, or Batman, he aims to incapacitate. Pretty much we're going to do exactly that. So if a character's natural instinct is to kill, or if a character's natural instinct is to,
So we're not gonna have him like bloodlusted at all.
well, yeah, like it's gonna be
We're just
like a
gonna have him
death
any
match
character.
kind of thing, but that's only if the character will aim to kill. You know what I mean?
So basically, like if it's Deadpool v Batman, Batman's aim is to incapacitate
Incapacitate.
Deadpool,
Yeah,
and Deadpool's aim
Deadpool's.
is to just kill Batman.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So
And who
That's
can ever
fine with
reach
me.
their goal first wins, essentially.
pretty much, because I also have some I also have a race in here just cuz fuck it. But so the generic one that I want to do to kick it all off is actually going to be Luffy versus Naruto.
It really depends on the Naruto.
Well, actually, do you think Naruto in his prime is going to wipe the floor with Luffy?
Yes.
Adrian?
Okay, so for me, I used to think that One Piece characters stood no chance in Naruto, like at all. Like
Cuz part of
maybe
me feels like that's probably true, because at least what I think is Luffy's not even in his prime yet.
Luffy's not in his prime, but I will say One Piece characters should be a lot faster than a lot of the Naruto characters,
Oh
especially
yeah.
the higher
Like,
tiers.
I think that Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy are definitely way faster than most Naruto characters.
Not
For
Naruto
sure,
himself,
because
though.
What?
is
What, Brandon?
this
I said not Naruto himself, though.
Yeah, no, not
not
Naruto himself.
but like one of like the Straw Hats, like the big three. Obviously, I would say like okay, like do like a good half of the Naruto verse, or yeah, a good half of the Naruto verse in.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like
but
I
we ain't talking about the
remember.
verse right now. He said Luffy v Naruto.
Yeah, I'm talking about Luffy v Naruto, and I'm
Yeah.
asking Adrian because he knows like current Luffy right now, and Naruto obviously, since he's watched.
But
all Naruto.
are we taking peak Naruto, like Sage of Six Path, like
Yes.
Sage mode,
He
QB
says in his
mode
prime.
Naruto?
I would
Peak
say
Naruto's, in my opinion, whacking. Like
the reason why I say Naruto would win is because even though Luffy could like probably like zip around the battlefield and like hurt him, I don't think he's gonna be able to like beat Naruto like
Because current Naruto's still light speed, so
not only that, but like he should be around like planet busting just because of like off of Kurama and how he scales. So like yeah, it's like a scan that says Kurama has the power to turn the world into ash, right?
yeah.
So that, and then off of Naruto's immense chakra, then his Sage of Six Path powers, it's kind of like he should be planetary to maybe planetary plus. I don't want to give him like a high ball. I'm gonna give him a low ball. With Luffy, on the other hand, even though people will probably rank him up to planetary too, I kind of don't see it.
I agree.
I'm not gonna lie. I will say I'm more confident in saying that they're continental.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen anything in One Piece or heard of anything in One Piece yet that's necessarily like destroying the planet like that.
No, with Whitebeard's statement,
Enma has the potential, and Whitebeard, yeah.
Whitebeard
Enma has the potential
from
because
Zengoku.
in Dressrosa, or not Enma, but you know what I mean. Like Zoro with Enma has the potential, but like Zoro in Dressrosa could destroy rocks with just a swing of his sword from fucking far. So,
Yeah.
and like
I mean, also keeping.
And like I was saying earlier, Enma on its own cut straight through a big ass cliff. So depending on what these next few chapters with Zoro are like, Zoro could be planetary himself, or like at least continental himself.
Naruto and the Naruto the last movie, which I'm pretty sure that's like marked as like the only canon movie of Naruto.
It is.
He basically destroyed the moon fighting with the other dude.
Oh yeah, I remember. I
like,
watched
pretty
that movie.
casually.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
Pretty casually.
That's why I say he should be planetary, and the moon's like small planetary, so planetary.
Yeah, like he's planetary at minimum, if anything.
Yeah, so
like you could argue maybe
still,
like
that's why I'm like asking, because like I think fourth gear Luffy is probably no match for Naruto in his prime.
I don't think so, personally.
I don't think so easily. It's just you may give him the speed, but he's just not destroying Naruto.
But Luffy eats shit, bro. He just eats all them hits.
I will
Yeah,
say
but-
Luffy does have a not durability. He does like
He has durability.
fuck.
Like-
I'm not saying he doesn't. I was gonna say durability negation, so where he can let you like negate like certain durability no matter how
I'm
strong you are with
willing to
hockey
say
and Conqueror's hockey.
I'm willing to say that unless Naruto is using moves with chakra imbued in them, it won't do much to Luffy because
I
just
agree.
like in One Piece, unless it has hockey, it doesn't do shit to Luffy.
But I mean, that's also like Naruto is mostly using jutsus when he's fight. He's not like
That's what I mean.
he's
Well,
obviously
yeah,
great
like
at taijutsu, but he is mostly like Rasengan, Rasen Shurikens.
he gotta hit that shit though. That's what my point is though, because like
Yeah, but we're also talking
Luffy
Naruto
could
have
just
about
shave
50
and be
different.
behind Naruto while he's trying to land a Rasengan, and that
Naruto
Rasengan
can
ain't doing
basically
shit.
teleport. Like Naruto ain't slow. I don't think
No, I
Luffy's
know.
faster than Naruto. So I don't like. I don't think that's a problem at all.
It gets a little contentious with that just because like how One Piece characters were able to reach light speed based like dodging or
All I'm
relativistic
saying is
like
I watched
pre-time
this. I
skip.
watched this TikTok, and honestly, it's pretty. I agree with it, and it's pretty convincing because the TikTok basically is saying that Luffy off rip after the time skip is light speed because
I would
you
say probably
remember
beforehand
you
a little bit.
yeah, but you remember Adrian or even Brennan actually is the pacifista shot light at him and he dodged the shit well before it even reached him. So I'm willing to bet that Luffy and Naruto aren't as far from each other in terms of speed, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still like, as much as I love Luffy, I'm still going to give it to Naruto because we haven't seen any feats from Luffy as of right now that show him past Continental. So
yeah, unless you want to say for some reason maybe Blackbeard. Once he beats Blackbeard, I'll believe it.
that's what
Just
that's
because he
why I
has
didn't want to
Whitebeard's
do, because
fruit
I
and his
really
own
want to do
Logia.
Luffy in his prime versus Naruto in his prime eventually, but like you and I agreed, Luffy's nowhere near his prime, so
For
it's
sure.
not even a fair fight.
Luffy won't be in his prime, in my opinion, until he's considered like the top of the top Yonkos. Like
Oh yeah, I think
Kaido and like Shanks like literally go like, yeah, Luffy's definitely like he running shit. Like we can't do anything.
I think it's
For sure.
definitely gonna be like probably towards the back end of the series where Luffy finally hits his prime. At least if he gets the rumored Gear 5, I'm
Or
willing.
awaken his fruit,
Yeah,
even
he
though you
still
can argue
hasn't
he
done
probably
that either.
has.
He's
I
still,
don't. It's weird that some people argue it, but at the same time, I can believe if he already has, just because of how versatile like he uses his fruit. Like it's so weird to me that he still
it's
hasn't
probably
awakened his
like with
fruit.
hockey, he does it unconsciously, and that might be why like he bounces everywhere. It's just because he's unconsciously using the awakening, but not enough to like interact with the like his environment completely.
It's weird to say that you don't know your fruit is awakening because like every character we've seen like immediately knows when they've awakened their fruit. Doflamingo has, especially in the recent
Yeah,
chapters.
but
Law
Luffy didn't
and
even know when he was using Conqueror's hockey. So, like, at least for
I feel
me
like with your fruit
personally,
though, you like know
you're right.
when what fruit you get
You're
because with the
right, but
fruit, for some reason, you just immediately know the name of it
we both
and like the
know
basic
we both
abilities of
know that Luffy's dumb as shit. So,
it. Yeah,
I'm not putting it past him. I'm not.
Do you guys think Luffy's gonna get like some kind of sickness before the end of One Piece?
I can not. I don't want to say before. I would feel like it has to be after.
So,
Mostly because of what happened and Impelled Down and other
yeah,
stuff he's
I was
done to
gonna
his body.
say, so based off of, what happens at Impel Down and him, using his life force up like fucking crazy before time skip, and there being a bunch of what's it called? Parallels between him and Gold Roger, I definitely don't think it's not out of the realm of possibility because
I don't think he's gonna
I'm gonna
like
be
die extremely young like his age, but
I
getting like
I don't
extremely sick like Roger and Whitebeard, I don't.
I don't expect him to live very long. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if Luffy doesn't die either at the end of the series or shortly after the end of the series, I will be surprised.
I would say I feel like he might live like 20 or 40s. I don't see 60s.
Yeah, I
Like,
was going to say like 50. I'm giving him 50s at the max. And wasn't Whitebeard like 60 something?
yeah, I think White. I don't want to say an exact number, but I think he was like 66, 67.
I
Could be
think
wrong.
I
he
think
was.
another big factor that will be playing a part of this is not whether he like gets sick and dies. I think it's also what's gonna happen after he's done with like finding the One Piece and like
Oh, he was
becoming
72
Pirate King.
He was 72. Jesus. He looked great for
Because like
72.
for real.
Because like when you think about it, like Whitebeard and Goldie Roger were still sailing the seas, and they still had the government against them, and like hunting them down and stuff. So they never got a chance to really like settle down and focus on like fighting a sickness. Given I don't think Luffy would want to be the person to like settle down and like fight against a sickness and stuff.
There's a
But I
bunch
don't
of
think like
theories.
by the hold on. By the end of the series, I don't see the world being the same. Like the amount
Oh
of
no, it
stuff
can't.
that Luffy does is like different. Is like on a different level. Like I don't think the government's really going to be a thing by the end of One Piece.
Yeah, that's
I
what I was
believe
literally
that.
gonna say. Because there's like a bunch of theories that pretty much like kind of like with Luffy's ideals, he just wants to be able to live how he wants to live. And like there's a lot more to it, but I don't want to get hella in detail since we're not that's not really the point of what we're doing right now.
Yeah, this is like One Piece theory shit.
Yeah. But we'll have
I
time
was
for
just
One
curious.
Piece theories in the future.
So for now, I guess our common consensus is we'll give this to Naruto just because of destructive capabilities and
Now,
AP.
question that I have, and I think it's pretty obvious, but does Naruto kill Luffy?
Not unless he has to.
Yeah, I don't
Naruto
think.
never wants to necessarily kill, but if it's like there's no other way, like Luffy ain't gonna stop until Luffy's dead, then yes, he'll kill him. But
I
if
don't
there's a
think
way,
Luffy
like
would push it that far.
Naruto and Luffy are
Yeah,
too similar. If anything, they'll fight for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then they'll be like, "Shit, I'm hungry. You want to go get some ramen?"
Yeah, I
And they're
mean,
gonna
like
go eat ramen and call it a day.
it's
pretty
like with
much.
what everybody says, because like that's also why I kind of wanted to use this as like an example, because honestly, we could do hypotheticals all day, but just like with most people, what most people say, if Goku, Luffy, and Naruto were to ever meet up and fight, there would be no fight. They would go eat because they're too much alike.
Yeah, I don't think
Bro,
they can't be angered by any of each other because they're
they'll
they're
literally
kind of
spar in
similar
base
a little
mode.
bit.
Yeah, they'll
They're
spar
simple.
for fun, but that's it. Like, there's not gonna be any like fighting to kill kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
It's
it would be like out of character for them to like fight any of them for any reason, unless
it's
for some
gonna
reason again out of character one of them kills someone they love. So
it's gonna be a Batman versus Superman. You know, they're all gonna be fighting in base mode, and then Naruto's stomach's gonna rumble, and he's gonna go, "Man, ramen sounds good," and then they're gonna go, "What did you say?
you said
Ramen?
food.
Let's go get
Yeah,
ramen."
Luffy's
And
like, give
then,
me
all right.
some meat and I'm down.
For real.
All right, so do we want? How about we go one of my matchups, one of your matchups, Adrian, and then one of Brennan's. So, Adrian, give us your first one.
So I guess this is like probably my most serious matchup is Yami versus Zoro. So Yami
Yami
from Black
versus
Clover
Zoro.
versus Zoro.
Now,
This is an easy one for me, in my opinion.
this is easy for me, but that's just because I'm biased as fuck. I'm not
Yeah,
caught
I
up.
don't think no. Even being biased, Zoro's clapping in my opinion. There's
Yeah,
no,
I
there's
agree
no
with
Like,
that
way.
too.
I'm not caught up in Black Clover, but like, even with some of the feats that Yami showed, where I'm at right now, like I think it'll be a good fight, but I don't think that Yami has a chance of beating Zoro.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't see Yami
Actually,
winning because, like, it depends if maybe he can argue if he gets hit with this
Dimension slash.
dimension
Yeah, the
slash,
dimension
it like
slash would be.
negates his durability and shit. But at the same time, Zoro has that durability negation with his Conqueror's Hockey imbued with the swords. So
That's
like,
also you got to hit him with that. Like he's got to charge that up, and like it ain't like a quick
yeah,
attack.
he's
You know
not
what I
like
mean?
shooting it out like key blasts and shit. He literally has to charge it, and with that
Zoro
time,
can
Zoro
throw-
will blitz him.
Yeah,
like
Zoro can just
beauty.
toss fucking wind that'll slice mountains. And
I was about to say Zoro can sling shit. That's like probably on par.
not to
with-
mention, let
I would
him
say
do
he'd be
the
like
fucking.
severely stronger than Yami.
Let
too,
him do
with
any of his
AP.
onigiris, and Yami's done. Like,
Imagine
I
if he
think-
used Ashura.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
if he used
think
Ashura, there
Yami-
would be no Yami.
I think Yami would do maybe a little better than what people would think he would do.
Oh,
But like
definitely.
Zoro's wiping, like easy, no cap.
I'm pretty sure since, like, Zoro's not gonna just be like, yeah, no, we're like, you're done. Like, it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like a Mihawk versus Zoro kind of thing. I think that he's just gonna entertain Yami, and Yami's just gonna be like, yeah, this isn't happening. I'm not beating him.
I'll have to go take a shit first.
Probably he'd be like Finral.
But hold
Teleport
on,
me
stay
to
right
the
here.
bathroom.
Finral
Yeah.
teleport me to.
Where's my taxi? I'm getting out of here.
Or my portable taxi. I need shit. I can't handle this.
Now, pre-time skip Zoro, does he still win?
Time skip. I would say since they're both. Oh, Zoro is still relatively light speed, just off of what he did in the Thrill of Bark at the end, and this is like him damn near on his deathbed.
He was damn near on his deathbed the entire post-time or pre-time skip. Let's not even fucking front. He went from almost
a
dying
little
versus
bit, but,
Mihawk
like-
to almost dying versus everybody.
Yeah, but like I'm saying that after he like fought big Oars Luffy and shit
Yeah.
with the straw hats. So like he's on this deathbed and he's still able to like bob and weave from Kumo's attack. And Kumo's paws attack are light speed too, not just his lasers.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they are.
Damn.
They didn't look that fast.
For real.
They don't look that fast.
Nothing
but
looks
they
that
are.
fast in One Piece, though.
No,
I mean,
but there's a
nothing really
difference
looks fast
between
in
his laser
anime.
shots and the paw hits.
All right, well, we all agree. Well, actually, we
Yeah,
haven't
I-
agreed on the pre-time
We,
skip
did,
one.
we didn't say
I
anything
think
about pre-time
Yami
skip.
may have
Yami still probably has a better chance because maybe you can say Zoro is a little bit more than relatively. He might be light speed, maybe a little bit more. I'm more confident to say that Yami has the better speed feats just because he can consistently dodge like light in general.
Even then,
So-
like, I also think that I don't see pre-time skip Zoro dodging his dimensional slash. So
I am gonna be devil's advocate and say I think Zoro has more fatally wounding moveset that would like he can pull out and whip out easier than what not like because again Yami's dimensional slash is like it takes him like a good couple seconds to get that set up. Like he'd have to have Zoro like hurt to the point where he can't move in order to use that on Zoro because Zoro ain't gonna stay still for it. And I think
pre-time
Zoro
skip
has
Zoro
like,
has
more
some
moveset.
ability to navigate. So
He never had an ability to navigate.
he had some. He had some.
And I don't
Look,
know, man.
He had a
Back in
better
Ennie's
one than when
lobby-
he
or
found.
not Ennie's
He
lobby.
had a better one
He-
than when
in
he
wa-
found the fucking blade on Thriller Bark. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but then we go to Water 7, right? And he's literally getting chased, and Nami and Luffy have to literally grab him, even though he was following them after they turned, and he was going straight still.
Let's just talk about Ennie's lobby, where he watches fucking everybody go upstairs and just
And
books it to
still
the
goes
right.
down.
All right, well,
Directionally impaired.
I kind of want to say Yami, but I'm not gonna argue if y'all say Zoro, and that's pretty much just because I think that, like, I don't know, man. It's mainly just I think that Yami will probably get a lot stronger than I've seen right now, and right now I think that Yami's probably on the same level as Zoro when we get introduced to him. I want to say, if not like probably Sky P is Zoro.
You're saying that's like what Yami could
That's
be?
what I think Yami's at, is like Sky P is Zoro. So like, and I'm assuming, like, as of right now at least, and like I'm assuming that he gets stronger, right?
Yeah, he
Oh
gets
boy, Yami
stronger.
gets
So for
so
me,
strong, bro.
So that's what I'm
yeah, I
saying
would
though. Is
say
that
he
like
probably like
current Yami? I'm assuming is stronger than pre-time skip Zoro.
I mean,
yeah. I would kind of say that. I would
I
not be
think it's kind
opposed.
of unfair to throw Zoro back, but not throw Yami back.
I mean, listen.
To be fair, we don't really know Yami's like
Well,
weaker unless we just go to where we only saw the one
just
time Yami
based
really
off
goes off in
of
the water.
what
Arc was that?
what's his name? Nova Chrono says like Yami was like the strongest one when he like out of everybody when they were kids. So I don't know.
Then again,
This
he
is one of
always
those
still
things
got
where their
stronger.
universes are so different. It's hard to like say.
Properly
Yeah.
scale like a younger version of Yami.
All right, well, Zoro wins. Fuck this conversation.
I agree.
Brennan, what's
Current
your
zone
matchup?
wins.
Yeah, current
My
Zoro.
first one is so like around the first Soul Society Ichigo Bankai. So Adrian, not no one that we've seen, like the early one.
Yeah, like the one that
Yeah.
I just read today.
Yeah, versus Sasuke, like right after time skip. So not like Siege of or Sage of Six Paths. No, not even Susanoo. Like he only has the curse mark and then his Sharingans.
Both of them or
I say
just
Ichigo.
one?
Both of them. No,
Okay, yeah, I still go
Sasuke's always had
Ichigo.
both of his.
Oh, he has? Oh,
Sasuke's always had.
I
Yeah,
don't remember, man.
Itachi's the
You know
only
how
one who
long
hasn't
it's
had
been
two.
since I've watched anything Naruto?
Listen, bro.
I'm
Are
just
we wait? So Sasuke with the? Are we going like the one he
Sasuke,
fought Deidara?
like, sure, yeah, or like when he fights like a Killer Bee.
I was gonna say for reference, Adrian,
Oh,
all that I've seen up to Sasuke is like right before he meets Killer Bee.
I
So
would.
we'll say Killer Bee. So he's got the Amaterasu and like part of a Susanoo, but not a full Susanoo.
I'm be honest. I think Ichigo Blitz.
You still think Ichigo blitzes?
With
Yes.
Bankai, probably.
I say that because if we go off for what Ichigo has done, once this is before Soul Society, he does like destroy a Menos Grande and tank one of his shots too. And after that, actually let's go to
And
let's kill the
keep in
fucking lieutenants.
mind, keep
I
in
don't know where I
mind
was gonna
that
go with that.
no Soul Reaper has ever been able to hit that fucking thing. So
Well, no, it's usually lieutenants are able to confidently destroy it. So he was already that like level of like spiritual pressure, I guess you would call.
yeah,
And lieutenants are able to scale like to light speed because you can see when
Flash
Aizen,
step.
Tozen, and Ginton are getting. Wait, how far are you into
okay.
Soul Society?
You remember that that screenshot that I sent you of Toshiro's Bankai?
Yeah.
I finished that chapter, so like not that
Damn, I
far
can't
after.
say what I want to say then. Fuck, that kind of ruins everything.
I'm sorry.
You're good. I'm just gonna say that they're just light speed. I wish I can go into it, but I can't.
For my sake, he can't.
Yeah, maybe I can like comment once he's past this point,
I
but
should probably put a spoiler warning.
yeah, it's most of that because we're going into serious people no one knows. Anywho,
Yeah, because we're going to like right off gate, bro. We go into full One Piece spoilers.
we did. We just fucked it. Oh well, whatever.
I'll look. This is my reminder to myself later when I'm editing to put in a spoiler warning at the beginning of this section, or at least a spoiler warning for every fight. I don't fucking know. Moving forward,
right.
we'll put spoiler warnings if we're talking about like newer shit.
Period. Spoiler warning. You don't. Period.
Yeah, I will say another thing we can do speed on a little bit is with flash steps, Byakuya was able to like tag Yoriichi a little bit. So, and I think Byakuya still has like one of the fastest in the Soul Society at the time. And
I think Yoruichi was maybe him or Yoruichi and Soifon. I think are the only two who would be faster than him.
Yeah,
yeah,
Soifon
he
and
would be.
Yoriichi.
But I'm just saying that Byakuya was still able to like tag Yoriichi. So there's that.
But we
Speed
could
we're
also
basing
argue
off
that
of.
that was the first time Yoruichi used like flash step like that
In
in like
100 years.
yeah, like a fat minute. So hers wasn't necessarily.
You can
that,
still
like,
say off of the fight from Soifun too. Like,
Yeah, but that was
Still
just a warm up with Soifun, bro. She says
what?
it herself.
Soifun?
She literally said it herself.
I don't know. That bitch was trying a little too hard.
Soifun was. I'm
Maybe
talking
not
about
trying to kill-
Yoruichi.
Oh, you said a warm up for your reach. You said
No,
for
I
warm
meant
up for
I said
Soifun.
versus.
So I was gonna say,
Soifun,
like, I
not-
don't know. Soifun tried a little too hard for a warm up.
I meant versus Soifun.
You've seen that fight already, Diego?
Yeah. I want to go back and watch it, but I read it. Because, like, it was just, like, a bunch of, like, just, like, they're moving this fast fighting each other. And I'm like...
I mean, it ain't much to watch, to be honest. It's not like a...
Oh, I was assuming it was, like... Because, like, they expanded on the Ichigo versus Byakuya, like, Bankai fight. Because I remember reading it... Because I read it literally right after I watched it. And they added, like, a little bit. At least to, like, the speed effects. So I just assumed that they did the same thing for Yoruichi and Soifun.
I'm just saying it's not much of a good fight to watch. Like, they might add
Listen, bro,
stuff.
I
And
was
it might
kind
be
of
cool,
I
but
was
it's
kind of stressing, bro. Soifun
You're
was
stretching
fucking
for
her
your
up.
Yeah, to be
Granted,
honest, it did look
in
like
hindsight, she was letting her win, but in the moment, it was kind of scary.
especially when
So
she
let
was
me-
just getting tagged by like her Sting Bee shit or her Shikai.
Yeah, that was terrifying. She got like 6 different marks on her, and I'm like, this bitch is gonna die. I was like, either she's holding back or she gets hit a second time and it does nothing. I'm like, those are the only 2 possibilities in my eyes.
But
So we
yeah.
agree Ichigo wins that fight.
Oh, definitely.
yeah, I 100% agree.
All right. So, circling back to me, I guess we're doing a back-to-back Ichigo. So
I wish I had an Ichigo fight, but I couldn't think of any.
now mine is more from like a pitting the character let's just talk about it and then I'll talk about what I mean. Asta versus Ichigo. Now, hear me out. I'm assuming spiritual pressure is magic in a sense.
No,
No.
No, not really.
not at all. If anything, Kaido is like magic, but even then, I wouldn't compare it to that. No.
All right. Then
I
never
would say
mind.
it worked a little different since spiritual pressure is like. I don't think magic really
Okay,
worked.
let me
worked
ask you
off of
this then. Like very early on, Ichigo still wipes the floor with Asta, you think?
current
with
Asta.
The Asta that
You say
I'm at, which is pretty
Oh yeah.
It depends how early Ichigo you're saying. Are you saying
like
like
I'm talking like before Soul Society
oh,
Ichigo.
Call of Kirtan?
No, never mind. No.
No,
Call of
I'm not talking
Kirtan-
Bankai. I'm not talking Bankai because Bankai would fucking destroy Asta.
No, when Ichigo wakes his like Soul Reaper powers, his Zanpakuto, like he gets his own, he's wiping the floor with Asta.
Okay. Like
But
even
if we're
current
talking,
Asta or
like,
just where I'm at Asta.
just
you're
where
at.
you're at.
Okay.
Current Asta would probably take him at least his Bankai.
Okay. All right. Well,
Right, Adrian? That's fair.
see,
If
my whole thing.
if we're going off the
thought I had
Ichigo
some like
for
big brain
where he's
shit.
at,
I'm saying Bankai Ichigo beats current Asta.
depends which Ichigo. Are we going off of like
Like where I'm at Ichigo.
end of series? Oh, where you're at? Yeah, I would say so.
Bankai beats.
He might even have to use the holification. Low key.
If we talk current Ichigo, like where I'm at, and like Thousand Weird, the base Ichigo is probably on the floor with Asta.
I think he one shots.
Yeah.
I don't think he stands a chance.
Ichigo kind of OP.
Oh, trust me, I know. Fucking this
Even,
man's
like,
like
end
he's
of
the
the anime,
Goku
he
of
was-
sword fighters.
Yeah, even end of the series, he's destroying Asta.
Okay, yeah, because I honestly thought that I was like big brain as fuck for a second because I was like it's kind of like magic, so Asta might put up a good fight just because he's anti-magic, bro.
Spiritual pressure, in my opinion, measures more up to like someone's like life force or like willpower.
I see, yeah.
as opposed to like a magical thing. Just because like
No,
you'll
you're
notice like
right.
they know
I
each other by
didn't
like
even think.
spiritual force.
I just thought that I wanted to see like what you guys thought because I was like, I don't think so, but hey, I mean, I might as well try.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. It'll be weird for him to like imagine him just negating his Bankai out of, or not his Bankai, his gets a good Tensho like word.
That'd be fucking.
I mean, to
Man's
be
just
honest,
smacks his
Ichigo's sword
holification
fighting,
and he just goes back into like regular Ichigo.
Mm-hmm.
Ichigo's sword fighting is just better than Asta's too. Like Asta's really not a good swordsman.
Oh yeah, no, he fucking swings the sword
Yeah,
once and hits
because
somebody.
Ichigo is literally fighting people who's been like mastering swordsmanship for hundreds or not thousands. I'll say hundreds of years.
Thousands in some cases.
It depends on who they are. I don't think it's going to be thousands because
Let's name
I don't.
thousands.
If it was Yamamoto, sure, I would say thousands.
Is not even thousands? No, because isn't he only like just a little
Yeah,
past 1,000 years old?
yeah, maybe like a little
Hey,
past
bro,
that. So
he
that's why I
might have
don't want to
came
say
out the womb
1,000 for
swinging a
sure.
sword, bro.
But it's still not thousands. 1,000.
Yeah,
A
that's
singular.
that's why I was like saying, oh, maybe I shouldn't say 1,000. Maybe I should say 100. It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
But anyways, that level of swordsmanship, and he's outbesting them. No, he might be a pretty good swordsman. That's all I gotta say. Can't
I
be a
mean,
good swordsman.
I'll put it this way, bro. I think Ikaku is gonna beat Asta.
Really?
You'll understand why.
All right.
Yeah, I can see it. Because maybe I can't get in his powers too much. All I'm saying is, Asa doesn't learn like the first time. He's not.
You know, this
He
just
might
popped in
get
my
clapped.
head. Adrian,
Hmm.
Chad versus Jotaro.
Jojo. Oh, I was gonna say Jojo.
So I was like, Chad's a fucking powerhouse, and I know that Jotaro is one of the strongest in the verse. So
He's not the strongest.
I saw a post that it was like Giorno, Jotaro, and Dio are the strongest ones in the
So
verse.
okay, so they're using Jotaro from one of the games
I have
where
no
Dio
idea.
is literally universal, or they have to fight universal Dio, who's Dio.
Okay,
And his
explain to me.
stand
Look,
is
I'm gonna watch part 4 anyways. But how is Giorno the strongest?
that's part 5. Jonah. Okay, so
Wait, what's
he
part
gets
4?
his new stand. At first, he's not the strongest,
Hold on,
right?
who's part 4?
Part 4 is Josuke.
Oh, Josuke, that's right.
I need to like remember because I remember Golden Requiem is pretty fucking broken, and literally what he did to the part 5 antagonist was no, just shouldn't have happened. I need to like remember
a
like this.
violation.
Yeah, it was a violation because he literally beat him up and killed him, right? And then now he's literally just in an infinite loop of death, of him just dying. Of either he gets hit by a car, a little girl touched him, he dies. I don't know, or he's getting in a surgical room or some shit. And so pretty much any death you can think of for him is probably canon.
For Giorno?
Adrian, is the
Unironically.
violation as bad as the violation me and you talked about yesterday or day before yesterday?
Hold on, for Giorno or for Dio?
For Jonah. For Dio, on the other hand, this is a lot different. I can get into that.
So Giorno is in an infinite loop of death?
No, Jonah put someone in an infinite loop of
That's
death.
fucked. That's
I need to
watch
like
part 5.
I need to remember how they scaled it to Universal because I know I remember like subscribing to how it was, but I need to remember that. I'm gonna be honest, Brennan. I do not remember the violation we were talking
The
about.
bleach one. The bleach one.
Which
Face. Palm.
Oh yes, I would consider that a bigger violation. It is
So
dirty.
violation is bigger or
Jojo's is a bigger violation.
Jesus.
I'm saying in a regular fight, Bleach would have had it, but in JoJo's, like you were put in a death loop for all eternity, and you're constantly dying no matter what. You can't help it. You even though you may be powerful in your verse, or you may be strong in that time, your stand won't do shit. At least I don't think he could use his stand. He didn't show it. He can die like one of the scummiest deaths and get stabbed by a homeless man in the sewers. You can probably draw him dying, and that's probably canon.
I can't wait till Diego can see the violation we're talking about.
I can't either. That shit was ruthless.
Oh my god, that shit! Your jaw gonna drop, Diego.
Listen, There's a lot of things that I need to see.
There's a lot of violations in Bleach in general, like especially in that arc, bro.
All I'm
You're right.
saying is, if it doesn't, does it top Aizen? What Aizen did to Momo?
Oh, bruh. Don't even
No,
worry about it, bro.
there's a lot more. I'm sorry, bro.
Bruh.
That's
If you think
fucked.
that was bad,
No, like I know it isn't that bad, but
wait.
like I mean, it was disrespectful as hell.
Nah, Diego, let me put it this way. The violation we're talking about, no one even dies.
Oh, that's fucked.
It's just the disrespect that he does in order to start a fight.
That's fucked.
That's
This
all
shit
I'm gonna
was
say.
funny.
It's so funny, but when you
Okay,
think
hold
about
on.
it, like,
Is
bruh,
it like Karapika level of violation?
to be
Oh,
honest, it's
where he
worse.
like brings a shovel
Yeah, where
to
he
the
brings
fight.
the shovel to the fight.
To be honest, I think it's worse.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's worse.
yeah, it might
'Cause
be. It
let me put it
might
this
be.
way, like, this is all I'm gonna say. Karapika, yeah, he brought a shovel, but at least that person went to the location of his own free will. That's all I'm gonna
Yes.
say.
I'm dead.
He knew where to fight. The other one didn't.
Boy. All right, Adrian, before we get too much into it, go into your next fight. Because we all agree that Ichigo's clapping Asta, period.
Yeah, I forgot how we got to the JoJo tangent. I was going to go back off of that.
Because
Anywho,
I said Chad or we started talking about Ichigo and then I said
we said
Chad
oh
versus
yeah, you said
Jotaro.
Chad versus Jotaro. Yeah, we'll think about that next time because I need to think about Chad a little bit more. But I
Dude, my
was
favorite move is Chad's La Muerte.
uh,
Don't get
so
into what that is, Adrian.
yeah, I know. There's certain things I wish happened. Anywho, for me, I don't know. Well, are you caught up on the manga for My Hero, Diego?
No. But
Damn.
I mean, well, what is it? Are you talking about like
I was gonna
current
say
Deku?
current manga Deku versus Alabasta Luffy.
See, I saw a post that like Luffy off rip could beat all of My Hero, which I don't know how true that is, but
I don't know if how true that is either,
because I'm
because
like
he's strong, but I don't
Prime
think he's like
Deku could probably
super.
wipe the floor with like, off rip Luffy.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say like that's why I didn't want to give off rip Luffy because off rip Luffy is he's strong, but like he's going against people that are pretty relatively weak in
Yeah,
my
and
opinion, like
struggling.
Buggy and fucking Kuro. Maybe like Arlong, he's strong a lot, or like, he's 10 times as strong as the man, but you can say he's higher since he's the leader of those fisherman group.
Yeah.
But anywho, I feel like it's Alabasta or Luffy stand a better chance just because of maybe you can have Deku a little bit in
Well,
the
does
speed
Deku get
side.
any more of the of those other quirks or no?
Yeah. So he gets a lot of the quirks is more a lot. I need to remember which one he does because
Well, does he get more than one? Because if it's just one, you can tell
yes,
me. But if it's more than one, then no.
it's more than one for sure.
All right, that's crazy.
For some reason, I can only remember the other two. If I don't think there, to be honest, I don't think there is any other
Because there's
one
like
that he's
Black
unlocked.
Whip and
The Black Whip, the strength that comes with All for One or One for All. There's the two that I didn't remember. I know them, but I can't say.
yeah.
I don't.
I
Yeah, that's
mean,
all I
if
say.
we're talking about Alabasta Luffy, I'm gonna probably like I haven't read it. I don't know where Deku's at, but I'll probably give it to Deku.
Yeah, I'm
I will
thinking I'll
say
probably give it to Deku.
Deku one-shotted Muscular though.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it to Deku. Honestly, even like what Deku's at right now, I'd probably give it to Deku. Like versus Alabasta Luffy.
Really?
He doesn't even have Gear 1 in Alabasta.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have any gears. He just.
That's what I'm saying. He
It's
doesn't
It's
even
like
have
that's
that.
like
Like,
his the first time we've ever really seen him push to his limits, like his absolute
yeah.
limit.
I'm
So
thinking
like,
it's probably like the only reason why I'm giving it to Deku is probably just because like I think Deku's smart enough to figure out how to beat Luffy. Now, it'll probably be dumb luck. I think that Deku will figure it out.
I'm staying for Luffy just because I don't really feel that confident that Deku could like harm Luffy as much as like a lot of characters can.
Yeah.
While he would choose like tank punches and he's like, "What the fuck? Are you a Rockman?" And he'd be like,
Now,
"Yes, I am."
if we're talking like, just straight up like in an arena kind of fight, Luffy, regardless.
Yeah,
like,
I will say
if
that.
it was like on the streets or something, like, I think Deku probably could figure something out. But if it's just an arena style fight where there's not like, like an environment to interact with, then it's Luffy.
I don't know. I'm a little contentious, but I'll lean more towards Luffy. I'm like trying to like remember like feats, like speed feats for that time Luffy and also for Deku, but
Well, I definitely know Deku's faster. Definitely. Because I don't think Luffy in Alabasta was that fast at all.
I would say maybe he's like Sound.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And Deku's faster than Sound, I think.
Yeah. I would say so, to be honest.
So,
Maybe a little bit long. Some people have Deku as light speed. I don't believe so, but
look, I'm not that far.
they do it off of like the laser.
That's literally just as quirk. Or what do you mean laser?
Not what's his classmate name that shoot later that is his fucking
fucking
belly.
what's his name? I know who you're
All
talking
right,
about.
but if you try to use that character in any sense of seriousness,
That's what I'm saying.
I
That character's
automatically think it's
ass.
invalid.
That character is ass.
No, because they just assume the laser is light based. So I'm just like,
it might.
Also has to hump the air in order to freaking shoot it. So.
All right. So I guess we're all agreeing that Luffy would beat Deku.
I mean, I can't really say. I've not watched My Hero at all. So
yeah, this is like out of the hat, fucking random. Random.
This is like
versus
the only now I'm comparing. I'm also thinking, does he have like? Is he to the ability of when he had the girl on his back and he was able to go like 100%?
No.
Oh no. Sorry, my bad.
No.
So if he doesn't have that, then no, I don't think Luffy. I think hits a lot harder than he does, and Luffy's battle IQ, in my opinion, is probably better than Deku's.
Oh, definitely. Deku has like
because he's been
smarts,
fighting his whole life.
Fighting IQ, hell no.
Fighting IQ.
So
Deku, Luffy's been fighting a lot of his life.
Well, and
before.
Yeah, so I'd give it to
and
Luffy.
Isn't Luffy like one of the smartest in the entire verse when it comes to fighting?
I would maybe even say top tier like fighting IQ because of how he is very creative with his abilities and able to think off the hat of like how he can like maneuver like around his opponent's abilities too.
Exactly, and like Deku's mostly book smart. Like he's not. I don't
He's not
really
the
think
battle
that his
hardened
battle
person.
IQ. Bakugo definitely has better battle IQ than Deku.
For sure.
And I don't even think Bakugo's battle IQ is that crazy.
No, I would say it's like Deku's relative to battle IQ with Deku has relative battle IQ to Bakugo, and Bakugo's. I wouldn't even say it's like crazy high. It's kind of just like,
but it's definitely
maybe a little bit of. It's definitely it is, but I would say like maybe a little bit more just because Deku has been able to outsmart Bakugo before, but this is like old Bakugo, so.
I'm giving Deku like 5 good hits from Luffy before he's like done.
Yeah, I don't really see maybe like his Gum pistol, but like I don't see Deku being able to like handle a Gum. Is it a rocket or? Fuck, I forgot what that move is. Where he like literally charges at you while his hands are on his back, like he's doing a Naruto run, and then it just like
elephant gun
brings him. Not the elephant gun. It shouldn't be.
Fuck, what is it called?
I think it's rocket.
I think it's rocket.
Is it rocket or rifle?
No, it's rifle.
No, rifle's when he twists his. His hand.
It's rocket then.
So yeah, it is rocket. Okay, I'm right. Cool. Yeah, I don't really see Deku being able to like handle that hit.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be on the floor like crying.
All right. Well, Brennan, right?
Yeah. The next one I'm gonna do, since it's just like fairly relevant, since the series just came out. Who y'all got, Hawkeye or Green Arrow?
Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Okay, well, actually,
I
here, let's clarify a little bit more. Are we talking live action Hawkeye or comic book Hawkeye?
We'll do comic for both.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot live action Green Arrow too.
I feel like live action, you've just seen a lot more of Green Arrow's live action than Hawkeye's. I just feel like it's kind of unfair.
Yeah, but still, I think
I would still
just with
like
the My
maybe
Life as
give
a
it to
Weapon
Hawkeye.
storyline that they've been doing,
Maybe.
I still think live action Hawkeye would wipe the floor with live action Green Arrow. Especially since live
Little
action
bit.
Green Arrow towards the end, as far as I know, is a little bit of a pussy. So
I don't remember
I just
what
remember
end of
the
series.
last time that I watched it, he like swore off killing and like was getting his ass beat because he was trying not to like hurt anybody seriously. So, but anyways, comic book, it's gonna be Hawkeye because like just like as I said, just with the My Life as a Weapon storyline alone, it's no diff, no diff.
Yeah, I would go.
And I
I was gonna
love
go in
Green
like their
Arrow.
artillery. I think Green Arrow's strongest arrow is the diamond arrow. Am I wrong about that? Because I'm pretty sure in comics that's like his
I don't
quote unquote like maybe his
I don't
strongest
really
one.
know much about like his arsenal, but I just know that Hawkeye's a better shot than Green Arrow anyways. So,
Yeah, to be honest, it's been a while since I really paid attention to be honest, both of those characters. So I'm not gonna really be mad for you. I would say I was gonna lean towards Hawkeye regardless. I feel like he's able to like fight. I was gonna say fight better.
you
I would
staying
say he's
awfully
able to like.
quiet for somebody who brought up the fucking subject.
No, I just want to see you guys' opinion.
Oh, well, what's your opinion?
Yeah, let's say
I
what's your
mean,
opinion?
I feel like I've heard of Hawkeye doing more like impressive feats than Green Arrow. I just also think, I guess I would say it depends on like what kind of fight are we talking. Are we talking like they get normal arrows, no like arsenal?
Hold on,
It's
I
just
just
arrows
realized
and
something.
hand to hand. Um, stuff like that. Because I think Green Arrow is a little more like when it comes to just using like stuff around them and like a grappling arrow and then like regular arrows.
Yeah, if we're
I feel
like
like he's pretty creative.
if we're giving like
So
full artillery, kind of like an arena kind of setup, I think Green Arrow probably has a really good chance just because like you said, he's really like creative and his trick arrows are better than Hawkeye's trick arrows in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know who has a better hand to hand combat, but I know Green Arrow
I
is.
think Hawk
I
purely
was gonna.
based off of, Ronin existing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say if Ronan exists, I
In
feel
hand
like
to hand,
Hawkeye is a
yeah,
lot
in hand
better.
to hand, I think Hawkeye would wipe the floor with him.
I don't know why I didn't think about that till like a little bit after or now. Like if we used live action, I would have gone for live action just because of off the him being going off of Ronin and soloing cartels for like a living,
Yeah.
like a couple of years after the snap. Well, I'm not saying Green Arrow's a pussy and couldn't do it, but he had a little bit more struggle than what we saw off of Ronin.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able
So
to do it with a sword.
Nope. Definitely not with a sword.
Um, no, yeah, but like, I don't know, because I think it would just depend on. I mean, if Hawkeye has the better shot, I'd be more inclined. Just because I also didn't know who had the better shot, but if Hawkeye has a better shot, I think at the end of the day, that's what's gonna like. Because if they were more even in shot and they like Hawkeye is like they're hitting each other's arrows out of the sky, then obviously it's gonna draw down to hand combat, which then Hawkeye's gonna take
Now, I could
the
be
cake.
wrong, but I think Clint also was Bullseye for a brief period of time. And, if you know Bullseye, his gimmick is that he can fucking kill you with anything. So, and he does
I feel
not
like I've heard
miss.
of that.
Bullseye does
I
not miss.
don't remember. I believe it if it happened though.
But
Like I 100% believe
at
it.
least if let's just go off of like live action Hawkeye feats. Like when Iron Man in Civil War asks him, he was like, "I thought you were retired." He was like, "Yeah, I played some golf, shot or played 10 and I shot 10." So clearly Hawkeye doesn't fucking miss. So, and I know for a fact that Oliver Queen is is not that good of a shot. So I think that Hawkeye would definitely have it in pretty much everything except for like I said earlier, like using, trick arrows, like the whole everything.
Yeah,
I
I
would say
agree with that.
maybe depends on the terrain and depends on like what type of arrows we're giving everyone and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like if we were giving them the same amount of arrows and like the same type of arrows, I think depending on how the situation played out, because like you said, terrain, um, Oliver Queen might be able to pull it out, but if it ends up being like a snipe fest or a close quarters combat, I think that Hawkeye would win. Because unless Oliver Queen got the jump, then I don't think he's beating him.
Yeah, I don't really
But
see
then
Green Arrow winning that much.
I guess you could also say like which Green Arrow are we talking in the live action? Because like when he was ruthless and just whacking people, I mean he ain't really struggle with anything. He just kind of whacked people.
I mean, I'm going off of my knowledge with Green Arrow, and I don't really remember him ever being that kind of Green Arrow. So that's the only reason why I'm
Well, I'm
thinking
saying
Hawkeye.
in
Yeah.
the live action in the beginning of the series when he's like okay with killing people.
Yeah, but even are we doing
Kinda
like
like
beginning of the series and like first introduced Clint Barton, or are we doing like when at their most ruthless?
I mean I was just saying if we do like that's another thing because what is like at that point we would just have to decide what is Hawkeye's like goal with the fight? Like, is it to kill or is it to incapacitate? Because there's two
I feel
different.
like he's gonna try to
I think they
incapacitate
both would
mostly.
be
If we're going post
incapacitate.
Ronin, I feel like he's gonna incapacitate.
I feel like Green Arrow is more of a natural killer as opposed to Hawkeye. I don't think Hawkeye's. I think Hawkeye, like when he went into Ronin in live action, it was more of just out of like he wanted to avenge his family that he felt was killed unfairly for these bad people to be left out.
Now, don't get it
But I
twisted.
think Green Arrow has more of a in the live action Diego. I
No,
think
don't get it twisted.
he has
Captain
more of
America
a
was breaking necks and murdering people left and right. Every single one of the people in the Avengers are murderers. Let's not get it twisted.
Especially Stark and Hulk.
Yeah, it just made like a very evident turn when Ronan, swung around, but everybody on
well,
the Avengers was murking people left and right.
Especially fucking Thor too. Thor
Yeah,
is a war
Thor.
criminal.
Nah, did you fucking see, Age of Ultron, that intro scene? Every single one of those motherfuckers in Hydra is dead, and Captain America was dropping bodies left and right. Iron Man, left and
True.
right. Thor,
For
left and right.
for them to
Hawkeye
say,
blew
yeah,
up a
they're
fucking
incapacitated, bro.
bunker
They're
with like
they're
6 dudes
hospitalized
in
for
there.
life.
yeah, but that's a different type of bloodlust than the Ronin
Oh yeah, you're
bloodlust.
right. You're right. But
Ronin was
Ronan, he
genuine like
was
massacre. His was like target eliminated type shit. Like I'm not trying to massacre you. I'm just you're incapacitated and or you're dead. Like whichever one works.
now is the beginning
Ronin is more
of
of these people need to die.
yeah.
hmm
Now is the beginning of Green Arrow like that kind of bloodlust the same as the Ronin bloodlust though?
I don't
Yes,
think
I am
is
trying
it.
to I'm trying to save the city and essentially like avenge my dad's death, or like I'm trying to atone for my dad's sins. And I mean, it wasn't a bloodlust of like he's like leaving massacred scenes everywhere,
Yeah.
but it's yeah, I'm coming for your head,
Yeah.
like you're dead.
Yeah, he's like a hitman for himself.
It's
Actually,
not as much of a target acquired, target eliminated, or target incapacitated. It's more of you're on this list, you're dead. No questions, no comments, no concerns, just you're dead. Period. I'm putting an arrow through your chest and you're not. I'm making sure that you can't do anything else to any more of these families or whatever.
Yeah.
You're dead.
All right.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know, because the beginning Green Arrow kind of has some. He was like, yo, everyone needs to die today.
As I said, I'm going
Crossing
off of
names off the
my
list.
comic book knowledge with both of these characters, and I think that both of them would aim to incapacitate. I think that Hawkeye would probably win 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I just like I said, I think the best shot Green Arrow would have would be to use a trick arrow or use some kind of trap or something
Yeah.
to beat Hawkeye.
Because I
Because
don't
if he
even
tries to
think
leave
that
it to
Hawkeye
like who can shoot first or who can shoot the longest and hit the best shot,
yeah.
he's losing. And if he's just aiming to shoot all of Hawkeye's arrows out of the sky, then eventually it leads down to hand combat, and we all know where hand to hand combat's going.
So
Ooh.
I'm gonna actually skip the next one that I was gonna do because we did a little bit too much anime, and I like that Brennan, brought up some comic book ones for a change. So I'm gonna bring in, to my knowledge, the first video game character in the mix. So this matchup is gonna be Master Chief versus Captain America, and this is only hand-to-hand combat.
Captain America.
You think? Now,
I don't feel like we've seen enough of Master Chief hand-to-hand combat to say that he can handle Captain America's hand-to-hand
I've heard
combat.
Now-
lores of Master Chief being able to do a lot more. I don't know
Now-
specifics though.
see, now we know how much I love Captain America, so I have no problem agreeing with you. But the the suit, if now I'm doing with and without the suit, because if Master Chief has the suit on, not only do I think the augmentations that the suit offers will fucking murder Captain America, but also, the suit's like main thing is to absorb shock. And if Captain America aims for the joints of the suit with his shield, it's just going to absorb the shock, and it's not really going to hurt Master Chief that much. So I think with the suit on, Master Chief will win purely just because of how OP the suit is. But
Yeah, I feel like that makes it an unfair fight, though.
yeah, but
like, at
without
that
the
point.
suit, Super Soldier versus Super Soldier, I think that Captain America definitely wins.
Yeah, like I took that under consider. Like, in my opinion, when you say hand-to-hand combat, like who's winning, I'm assuming that like even with the helmet on, if Captain America punches him in the face, it's gonna feel like a punch to the face.
Yeah.
I got a call. I just feel like it's just unfair. Like it's if you can't feel being punched, or like if I throw my shield at you and it hits you, it essentially doesn't hit you. It's like, well then yeah, no shit, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Because at that point you can sit on the chair and let him hit you until he gets tired and then just knock him out. Like when he's tired and just swing on him. But like,
Yeah, it's like
so like that's not fun. I'd be more enticed to do either out of the suit or just assume that the suit is like the shields are down, so if you get hit, you feel it.
Yeah.
Like period. So
Either way though, I think it would be a really good fight.
I think it'd be interesting, but I just, like I said, I don't know the extent of Master Chief's hand-to-hand combat like experience
Yeah.
to
Which is why I
say
said
whether
strictly
I
hand to
feel
hand,
like
because
he's
I'm
good.
like, if you gave Master Chief even just a pistol, I'm pretty sure he's gonna beat Captain America easily.
yeah, I can see that honestly.
Because Captain America is very good at defending, but I feel like Master Chief is just too smart to fall or get disarmed. I just thought it would be an interesting scenario, just watching two fucking buff ass dudes wail on each other.
Every JoJo fight before part 4.
Speaking of JoJo's, my next one's a JoJo's thing.
I could do a JoJo's theme, I think, but I don't know how we're gonna. I can do one of the characters. I can't do the other one though.
All right, well,
Unless is it my
I
turn?
think we all came to the consensus that Captain America would probably take the cake.
yeah. Obviously, like,
Pretty
as
much.
long as it's being a fair fight, I think Captain America will win.
Yeah. But Adrian, you can go ahead with yours.
Okay, so I guess since we were talking a little bit about JoJo's, I'll do.
Well,
My
keep in mind,
JoJo.
I'm cutting it after this because we've been talking for like an hour about this shit.
That's fine. For mine, JoJo is gonna be Dio, and since I'm obviously talking about vampires, Mobius.
Now, are we
What
talking
do y'all
part
think?
1 Dio or?
Oh shit! I can't go into part 3. I'll go part 1.
I mean, you can tell me what he can do in part 3. I don't really care.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'm watching it. I don't give a shit.
Fine. All right, then I'll go with part 3, Gio. So that's who I'm more familiar with.
Versus Morbius.
Yes.
Now, I'm not the biggest Morbius aficionado, so.
I don't know either. I was kind of hoping one of y'all can maybe
Damn it, Adrian.
do Mobius.
God damn it.
I only did it because they're both vampires.
See, if you did part 1 Dio, I feel like it would be evenly matched. But Dio with a stand, I think it's probably gonna wipe the floor with Morbius.
Especially with the stand power he has.
Yeah, because is this the one where he's like because he can stop time in this, right? In part 3,
Yep.
yeah. So
And it progressively gets more and more time
Jesus
every time he
Christ.
uses it.
I still don't understand how that's a stand power. That's fucking obnoxious.
You think that's a broken stand power?
No, I know it gets worse, but I'm just
Dude,
like.
it's 10 times worse.
Also,
Holy shit.
I kind of see why you fuck with Jotaro so much, but this is a
I told you,
conversation for
man.
another day.
Jojo's a fucking goat, man.
I disagree.
You might call his mom.
I still like Joseph more, but he's pretty cool.
You're like, yeah.
I'm a Joseph.
I
think you hit it on the
see you get to the
nose.
later parts.
I think you hit it on the nose. I think Joseph's gonna stay my favorite Joestar or Jojo.
Yeah, because usually people that like love Jojo or why the fuck am I saying Jojo? Joseph literally just have him as a favorite. You might love like Josuke more than Jotaro, just because a little bit of Joseph is in Josuke. But I have to like wait for you to get to part 4.
What'd you say, Brennan?
I said, are we talking like just the tip?
No.
All right, so Dio versus Morbius. Well, like I said, if it's part 3, he's probably gonna wipe the fucking floor with Morbius. But
we'll just go to part 1 then because it's more of a fair fight.
I think it might go to Morbius just because of some of Morbius's abilities. Because let me pull up the wiki and see.
It also depends on a lot of the healing factor that Mobius has, because Dio does survive getting cut in fucking half.
I'm pretty sure Morbius can too. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just because it's not hard. I say it's not hard, but Dio's healing factor isn't really the greatest, and I say that because he can't like regenerate like another limb. Like if it gets cut off, he can reattach it, but if it's off, it's off. Like take the arm, incinerate it. Oh, he lost his arm for good now. He can survive brain damage for a bit and then wait for that to heal, but it's not too insane with the healing factor. At least to my knowledge, if Mobius has like a stronger healing factor, which I wouldn't doubt it, I can see it. But Dio does know Hamon, right?
Yeah.
Or am I tripping?
No,
yeah.
He doesn't know Hamon until he takes over. Or no, I'm thinking of Cars. I don't think he can use Hamon.
Really?
Yeah.
Or
I thought he did. If not, then he still has the freeze people.
Interesting.
I have no input. I don't know shit about either of these characters.
Okay, so Morbius's healing factor is he's able to heal from multiple gunshot wounds in less than an hour. So it's not really that crazy.
It's pretty shitty. Yeah. It's pretty poopy. Damn. Yeah.
I love how it's like literally the article says, while not nearly as efficient as the healing powers possessed by Wolverine. I'm like, nobody besides fucking Deadpool has that good of a healing factor. So
Deadpool's healing factor is better than Wolverine's.
Exactly. But like, if you're not Deadpool or Wolverine or X-23, your healing factor is shit.
Or Rogue.
Yeah, but Rogue is a special case.
Yeah, technically, she has whatever healing factor she wants.
Exactly. So yeah,
especially with
Morbius is kind of shit.
Damn, that's kind of.
Morbius is more smart. Like he's just smart.
Like he has a genius.
He
has a genius level intellect. He's he's a biochemist and a
And then he's a vampire.
He's got the superhuman strength, speed, senses, and durability of a vampire. He's got flight, mild hypnotism, and accelerated healing. That's not that good. So
you can say
I'm willing to say that Dio fucking wipes the floor with him.
Yeah, I feel more confident just because of one, his healing factor is obviously better because he's able to like heal from getting cut in half. His arsenal, he can literally just not cut Mobius, but like touch Mobius and like probably like freeze his arm off like casually. And if he needs the range capabilities, he has it with his laser beams, eyes, which can cut the sky. So. Oh no, man!
So fucking broken thinking back on it. No wonder Jonathan died.
Listen,
I think Cars is more broken than Dio, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Cars is fucking
ridiculous.
The only way that Cars could be beaten is by being thrown into fucking space. Like
yes.
Listen, bro, we get it. Dio would beat Morbius. Now the real question is who wins, Momo or Mushu?
Oh god.
Who's
We got a
Mushu?
flying monkey lemur, and we got a dragon, a little mini dragon that cannot really shoot fire.
Oh,
Mushu from Mulan, Adrian.
I'm gonna be honest,
And then
bro.
which?
I
Are
really
we going
thought
from
you
Momo
meant like
from?
Momo, like the one that got
I
fucking
thought you did too.
ganked
Now I
in
don't know
Bleach.
which Momo. are you
Momonosuke.
No, not Momonosuke. Momo from Avatar, the flying lemur.
Oh.
Oh shit,
Well, because you
dude.
said dragon,
Nah,
so I'm like
I'm giving.
Momonosuke versus fucking Mushu. Mushu's
No.
getting clapped, bro.
Nah, I'm
Momo,
still going Momo.
Yeah, I'm still
versus
going Momo
Mushu, the mini
regardless.
dragon from Mulan.
Look, Mushu is useless as fuck. All right.
Yes.
Like I love
Momo
my boy.
literally took
but-
out a couple
Like,
soldiers.
He's a little smarter than Momo, but Momo's got the opposable thumbs.
Exactly.
Actually, no, Mushu does too. He be making teeth.
Nah, I still feel like Momo wins.
I think
off
Momo's
of-
got more of a fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like he's got the little, the wind thing, so he would just fly down on Mushu and just.
Homie can
fucking-
fly
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't want to go there, but at least Momo can fly.
Exactly. Mushu just gonna be.
That was
Mushu's
technical.
basically a fucking what's it called?
That was my funny one.
I can't think of what it's called. There you go. He's a glorified fucking snake. So I think Momo wins.
I agree with that.
Shout out Momo.
All right.
Yes,
so
sir.
since we're circling back to me, and we were on the subject of Jojos, the final one that I have, Adrian, who would win, Jonathan or Joseph?
Fuck. It's hard for me to like do those characters because it's like the parts that I don't dive into the most. I say Joseph is smarter than Jonathan.
Look, all I'm saying
Mostly off.
is Joseph fucking survived basically being in space while Jonathan died on a fucking boat like a little bitch. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I fucking hate Jonathan. Can I just talk about that? I'm gonna vent real quick.
Again,
fucking-
I'm not a biggest fan of him.
I fucking
Like,
hate
go off.
Jonathan. Like, I didn't mind part one whatsoever, but seeing how he died versus Joseph literally being in space and surviving that much of a fucking fall, like how big of a Chad Joseph is versus how much of a fucking pussy Jonathan is. Like,
I get that. And some people like love
I'm
him
so
just because of
fucking
his
pissed.
pure heart and shit.
nah, he's a little bitch. Joseph is
So
such a Chad.
he loved his brother.
Joseph
he wanted to
is
die
such a
with his brother.
Fucking Chad.
And you would have thought that Dio died with him, but no, that
Yeah,
motherfucker
and guess
lived.
what? His body got possessed by Dio because Jonathan's a fucking little cunt.
God, whatever happened to Jonathan's head?
Just burned up.
Holy
just
shit.
burned up and fucking
It like burned up and just in the bottom of the sea.
yup,
One of
with
those
that
two.
boat. Dude, I love Joseph, and like watching him, like he's what's making me enjoy part 3, if I'm being honest, because like he's like
Dude,
he's
he's
gotten,
funnier in part 3.
I was gonna
than
say
he is
he
in part
got
2, in my opinion.
funnier, and I don't understand how that got how that's possible. Cause
Dude, I want you to get to the part where he's like, "Oh my god, holy shit!" Or him just trying to speak English. It's so fucking funny.
I just love how much I think it's funny because I was telling my friend this who was like, "What even is Jojos?" I was telling him like Joseph is the most accurate representation of a New Yorker that I think Japan will ever get, because he's just, and the amount, like how much he hates Japan is fucking hilarious.
I forget that
He just hates, I think it set
funny.
the tone for him for this entire fucking season when in the first episode he just kicks the shit out of a Japanese dude because he's like, my daughter got married to one
Damn
of your
fucking
kind.
Japanese. I'm like, yo.
I'm like,
He done took my daughter.
I'm like, I fucking love this man.
It's like, I hate
Like,
the Japanese
who-
tea.
like,
Now let me make my
I'm being
American
serious.
tea.
Who the fuck would just walk up to some random Japanese dude, and because your daughter got married to a Japanese dude, you just kick the fuck out of their shin? Like, who does that?
A man that hates Japan
And just
with
how
a
much he
burning
hates
passion.
Japan. It's so funny.
The fucking goofiest shit ever.
All right. But as I was saying, I think Joseph wins just because, like, Joseph doesn't mind ganking a handful of people. Jonathan fucking cried after every person he killed. So
Yeah, Jonathan's like a pure-hearted pussy.
I hate him so much. He's too wholesome.
Joseph was a Chad.
Like, I don't mind wholesome characters, don't get me wrong, but like Jonathan is just too wholesome. And not even the good kind. Like Tanjiro is so wholesome and I love him. But like Jonathan, you're too much of a grown ass man and you are too fucking buff to be this much of a bitch.
He's a gentle giant, man. He don't want to hurt people.
Nah, fuck him. He needs to be more like a Chad, like Jotaro or fucking Joseph.
He said, "I'm tired of seeing everybody get hurt. I can't stand it. My heart aches," since he started bawling his eyes out and shit.
God, I fucking hate Jonathan. I hate him. And this is like a newfound hatred too. Like I didn't even realize how much I couldn't stand him until just fucking now.
I didn't know you even hated him.
Neither did I. Until I thought of the matchup, and I'm like, God, Jonathan's so awful compared to even fucking Jotaro, and I've only watched 7 episodes of fucking Stardust Crusaders, so I don't even know Jotaro that well.
This man hating on him hard.
I still love Jojos, and season 1 was great, but fuck Jonathan. All right, Brennan, end this shit.
I think
it's Adrian's turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's mine.
Yeah. My
All
bad.
right, so mine's like a dumb one, like a dumb scenario, and I just put Gojo versus Nemu from Demon Slayer. Because like, can Gojo like even get past his dream? Like, since let's see, I'm gonna say Nemu shit literally works on sound and sight. So does his 6 eyes even saves him from that? And we know if he's unconscious, his fucking infinity doesn't exist. He can't activate it through there. Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
It's kind of like, can Nemu unironically destroy or kill Gojo?
That's crazy.
I think it just depends on the scenario. Is this like a Gojo knows what to expect? Or is this
I'm assuming he's going into it blind, just like Tanjiro did.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So like, he doesn't know Nemu's abilities and shit, or how to get out of it.
But I mean, his eyes are like all seeing, so he wouldn't like know that person's off. Like that's not a normal person, and he's very curious. Like he'll know, and he'll go, and we all know Gojo. He ain't scared of nothing, so he'll walk up to him and be like, "So who are you? What are you doing? Like what? What's the deal here?"
I'm assuming you'll be able to answer this question. Can he see through the fucking shit on his eyes?
Through the what?
The Gojo, like the things that he has covering his eyes. Can he see through that, or
he can't? But he sees it in like a weird way. So like,
yeah, he puts them on to hinder himself from being able to see like too much.
So is it?
I don't think he even sees faces.
You know how like Neji can see with chakra? Is it kind of like that?
Yeah.
Or how he can like see people from like their like essence?
A little bit. Yeah.
I don't think they've really shown how he sees. They just mentioned that he puts the blindfold on so that it stops him from like see like it's a lot to take it. So basically, you remember when he's like in his domain, how it's like you can see and experience everything,
and nothing all at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, that I think he like constantly sees like that, but when he puts the blindfold on, it like hinders a lot of it. So
because I'm assuming the way that Nemu's ability works is like he has to actually see what's happening. And I'm guessing Gojo doesn't see like
and
that.
Sound, but Inosuke literally is there and doesn't get hit by it once.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot
about
that. So
I don't know.
Given how Inosuke's boarhead protected him from it, I'm assuming that Gojo's blindfold would protect Gojo from it. And we all know that Nemu is going to get his ass fucking ruined. So.
Yeah, that was a dumb little fight. Like,
no, I mean that actually made us have to fucking think. So,
yeah.
From the standpoint of like if he goes into it, but he doesn't realize that Nemu's there, and he gets his train ticket stamped, like he's done for because he goes to sleep.
True. But I'm assuming he
That's
would
why I was
notice
saying, like, what's
Nemu.
the scenario?
I think he would probably
That's
notice
what
that
I
something's
figured.
going on.
That's what I figured. That's why I said, like, I would assume that he would be able to tell that X person is not like
I was
all the other
actually just
humans.
using the ticket as like I wasn't thinking about the ticket. I was thinking like his abilities more because like if we have to use the ticket, then I don't think Gojo would like say what the fuck this ticket weird. So like I didn't want him to be in that because if he
Well,
goes
to
to
me,
the
that's the
ticket,
only way Nemu has a chance is if he like somehow Gojo did not care that his presence was there, just took the ticket, let the dude stamp
And I'm
it. Then
assuming, just based off of how, like, what I've seen of Gojo, I'm assuming that he would notice the like something's off about the ticket.
no, he would for sure.
So I don't even think that it would even get that far to where he would get his ticket stamped.
yeah, like I said, he'd have to catch him in a moment where Gojo's just
Not
like,
giving a shit.
because trust me, Gojo is also very arrogant, and Gojo's also like, if it's like the smallest amount of curse energy, he might not react to it just because he's like, no matter what this is, it can't affect me anyways.
True.
Because Gojo's very arrogant and very like he's aware, but he's so aware to the point where like it can make him unaware in a sense. Like if it's something he realizes isn't gonna mess with him or like can't really hurt him, then he might blow it off. But like that's why I said it really depends on the situation and like if Nemu can get him in the dream state, then it's a question of does he have the willpower and the mind to be able to tell that he's in a dream?
Yeah. I see at
Yeah,
And
that
then
will
you
the
also
six
have
point.
eyes like tell him to like it's in a dream,
Well,
and
not
would he
only
even know
that,
what to
but he
do in
would
that?
have to figure out how to get himself out of the dream.
Yeah, because
well
he can't kill himself as quickly as Tanjiro did
Yeah.
unless he bit his tongue.
but that's also not the only problem. If you remember, like if Nemu could just immediately kill the people, he would. But remember,
He
he had
doesn't do it because of his character. In character, he like to like slowly torture them and shit, or like give
exactly.
them like a good dream.
But like remember specifically, he had to cut. He had to try to destroy the Demon Slayer's like conscience, like their what is it called? Their willpower.
Yeah, their
Is it their
willpower.
will?
Subconscious.
Or,
Like
yeah.
he had to destroy that so that they for sure wouldn't wake up or they for sure wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
He would have to do the same thing for Gojo. And I'm sorry, but I feel like even in a dream state, like Gojo's too aware, and like he'll under like he'll. I feel like Gojo would be more inclined to notice that there's something off in his dream, like not just about him having a good dream, but like he'll notice that like there's something inside of his dream or inside his subconscious that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I thinking more into it, I think no matter what, Gojo just damn, that's crazy. All right, well, time to get rid of you.
For real. I agree. Like I don't think that Gojo would like have any issue against Nemu. That was a pretty
Yeah,
interesting
I did.
matchup though.
I did forget that he would have to like go into the conscious himself, and if he had to go to the conscious himself, I don't believe that. I mean, I do believe Gojo would be able to like sense him and clap him.
Hey bro, either way, you made us have to think about this shit, so
Yeah, because I saw a TikTok about it, and I'm like, like someone was like debating that Nemu claps Dojo. I'm like, no diff. I'm like, I had to like think about it. I'm like, well, shit, I don't remember how Nemu's ability, and I didn't think like go back into the episodes and or to the manga where like what his ability and how exactly it works. Because I know Gojo's shit a little bit more than Nemu's.
well yeah,
So,
because you're currently reading Jujutsu Kaisen, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Gojo kind of broken.
alright, well, Brennan, you got the final one.
Let's see, which one do I want to use? I'm gonna use this one just because I feel like it's a little more. So I'm gonna tell you the one I'm not gonna use, and then I'll tell you the one I am gonna use. So the one I'm not gonna use is Batman versus Moon Knight. There's a reason I don't want to use it. I feel like that's just like
Generic.
I don't know. It's generic. I just threw it in there. I couldn't really think of anything else. But the one I do want to use is Avatar: The Last Airbender. So
Dang.
I'll say, yeah, I'll say we use Aang. But this is like final episode Aang. Like he's got control of the Avatar state and control all of the elements, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus the third Hokage, which is the only other character in Naruto. I don't know if it's the only other, but the one character in Naruto that can also control all of the nature chakras.
Is that
So
is
he's
that
kind of like
Minato?
the avatar. No,
No.
it's
No, Third Hokage is the
it's
old man in the first
Fuck
part
him.
of
Yeah.
Nah,
Naruto.
fuck him. Aang. Fuck him.
See, now this is the only reason I think this is interesting is because technically any water, ice, fire, electricity, earth related thing that he throws at Aang can technically manipulate and control right back. However, I think the third Hokage is faster than Aang, and I think he has more battle experience than Aang.
Yeah, then maybe. I'm just saying, like, you can argue Avatar or Aang is a lot stronger due to, because I don't want to wank them to Universal, but you can with how certain things in the religion that is based on that Naruto, not Naruto, that Avatar is based off of, and I believe Aang
We're not
reaches to
going
the
that
point.
deep, bro.
Yeah,
We're not going that deep. We're not going that deep. It's literally like he can control, like it's like I said the last episode, as if he's fighting Fire Lord Ozai. Like there's no sign of him being universal in that. So, like I said, we're
I
keeping
will
it like
say he's still continental based off.
Well, I mean, all earthbenders
what
are
is that?
continental, to be honest. Especially
No, but I
fucking
mean, like,
especially Toph.
I believe Toph. Like, I don't think like a regular fodder Earthbender is going to be a continental though, unless they want to shit their whole fucking pants and like give himself a hemorrhoid and die trying.
Listen, the only reason I'm doing this is because, like, the only thing I guess Aang would have on the third Hokage, like power wise, is like maybe air.
No,
But
I'm
air,
saying that because one of the past avatars are literally moved the landmass, and depending on how you define the landmass, can be continental. And you know that each avatar does get stronger progressively. So just based off that, he should be
well,
continental.
what I was saying is, in my opinion, I'm sorry, but moving a continent, like, I don't see that helping you in a fucking fight. Like, personally,
Because you have enough energy to move that. Like,
yeah, cool, but
should
that,
be
like, cool, you can move a continent, but you can't, like, that doesn't, you ain't punching me with continental force.
He
Like, there's,
could.
like, just to me, no, like, he's not doing that. Like, again, and like I said, Aang, there's no visible, like, shown thing to show that Aang can do something like that. What I was saying is, element wise, the only thing Aang might have on the third Hokage is like airbending. But airbending is also a very, like, I want to say more defensive as opposed to offensive
it's
bending
defensive
style.
slash evasive type thing.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like I think this is a lot more of an even fight than you would think. Just because like the third Hokage's battle experience, and he was also like in his prime was like considered up there with like Hashirama.
He was
So
considered to be the strongest Kage at the time too. So
yeah, so I mean the fact that like because you know you give this to anyone else, you can just say, oh well, the Avatar can use any other like elemental bending, and it's fine. But technically, what's his name? Hiruzen. I hate
yeah,
saying the third Hokage is too long. Hiruzen can also use all five, so I feel like that kind of almost balances out in a way. Like once the Avatar sees he can use all of them, he'll be like, "Well, there's no point of throwing shit at him because he's just gonna use whatever the like counteractive. Like I shoot fire at him, he's gonna put up like a mud wall. I shoot water at him, he's gonna throw up what else or whatever else. If I throw fire, he's gonna throw water. So then it comes down to hand to hand combat, some speed, and what you think will happen. I think it's a pretty fair fight. And I'd be a little more inclined to lean towards. Well, I think I'd lean towards Hiruzen, to be honest.
for right now, I'm trying to like go off of speed, and obviously, Aang is a lightning timer. He has to be to at least redirect, and he was going to redirect the lightning towards Ozai, but he never did because he doesn't kill. Obviously, we know the whole Hokage, not Hokage. We know Hiruzen has to be above it because casual Shinobi's like Kakashi. Not, I don't want to say casual, but we know Shinobi like Kakashi are lightning timers in themselves. He literally ran up and cut a lightning bolt in half. So Hiruzen should be very like above it, just in speed. He has to be if he's going to be Kage, and considered to be the strongest one too.
And also,
And
just think, above just ninjutsu. He also has all the ninja tools and stuff. I think his
he
taijutsu is
has
also
his
better than Aang.
summoning too. Menma,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel
If we're
I
not
want
gonna have
Hiruzen.
the winged Aang, then I don't care for
The
Hiruzen to
what
win.
Aang?
The winked Aang,
Oh,
like wink him to Universal type shit.
Hold on.
that's
We talking about jerking
kind
off?
of ridiculous.
What?
Yeah.
No.
What?
So people say when they're overpowering a character, they're winked.
Oh, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Oh, it's the first time I've heard it today too. But
Really?
I took the understanding to it quickly.
Yeah, I ain't that smart.
But what do you think, Diego? Are you still giving it to Avatar?
Purely because I fucking hate what's his name, Hashirama or whatever.
Hiruzen?
Whatever the fuck his name is, I don't care. I hate him.
Damn, why you hate him so
Dude,
much?
I hate him
Yeah,
so much.
Where's this third Hokage slander coming from?
Bro, he sucks.
Is it because he never took care of kid Naruto?
Yes.
Oh
Okay,
my
He is the
God.
That's
cause of all of
understandable.
Naruto's fucking problems.
Oh. No, he's not.
Most of them. He's the cause of most of them.
No, Minato's the cause of all of
Nah,
them.
Minato died, bro. And
Exactly, while sealing a whole ass hill beast inside of his son that made everyone hate him.
bro, it's fine. You know what? The third Hokage could have been like, nah, he's a good kid. I fucking spend so much time with him. Give him some slack. But you know what he didn't do? That. So
Shit.
fuck him.
He left him and said, "Damn, you're
And
an orphan. That's
and
crazy."
he didn't even
He gave an
die in an
apartment to
interesting
himself.
way. He died in the shittest way possible. So fuck him.
In Naruto standards, like before Shippuden, that was a pretty cool way to die. I'm
Nah.
not gonna lie.
How you gonna die to a pedophile?
Every Hisoka fucking
Everyone
person right
Hisoka
now.
killed.
Fucking angry at you.
Yeah, I still don't understand how Orochimaru has lived so goddamn long. This man should have died so long ago, bro.
That motherfucker is a roach. You
Ain't he
can't tell
like-
me
ain't he,
that's
like,
that's not
technically
a
a good
snake
guy
anymore. That's
now?
a roach.
He's an ally. We'll say he's an ally
How you go
right
from
now.
perving on fucking Sasuke to an ally of the fucking Hidden Leaf
Oh my
Village?
god, he was never perving.
Yes, he was. You can't.
No, he wasn't. He wanted to use Sasuke as the next vessel for him to live.
Exactly, and that's why he was trying to
He
fuck
wanted his
Sasuke.
body.
So
Listen,
He wasn't trying to fuck him. He just wanted his body.
listen, that's a lot different than Hisoka.
literally
Alright,
getting
bruh.
a hard on thinking about going. You're right. All right, well, I'm sick of this conversation. Aang wins, no diff.
Alright, bro. Someone come get their man.
All right, well, speaking of coming to get the mans, end this shit, Brennan,
What did that have to do with coming and getting any man?
because we all gonna leave. We're gonna get got.
Yeah, I hope so. Anyways,
Damn,
y'all, that's
take
the
this
end
out
of
of
the
pocket.
episode. This was a little bit of a different episode. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know if there's anything else you would want us to talk about. Just like
Yeah, like this was all. I'm gonna admit
this was all,
this was hella last minute. So
yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's not even
I
just
wish
that.
we-
It's just, like, this was a different, like, instead of covering news, we got to talk more and like do more than just news related. We could go off on different tangents and stuff like that. I think we could do more of this if we focus less on doing news and covering more of maybe like times where if we all eventually get caught up on like Bleach, like we can start talking about like more Bleach stuff. Once I get caught up fully on One Piece, we can start doing more One Piece like coverage type things. As Demon Slayer goes on, we can have more conversations about Demon Slayer because me and Adrian are like fully caught up, and Diego will slowly be catching up watching the anime.
I made my decision. I don't think I'm gonna watch the anime.
Really?
Demon Slayer?
Oh, of Demon Slayer? Never mind. I thought you meant we're still talking about Bleach. My fault.
No. You don't think you're gonna watch the anime in the sense of like when it comes out, like the 1,000-Year Blood War, or like at all?
Like I meant like, because you remember how you said for like a certain arc I should watch the anime. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, just because like I could read it while I'm at work, or I could read it while I don't even
Well,
know.
yeah, like if you want to get through it,
I would
fast and
say you
read
should
it.
watch some of the clips.
Yeah,
of
the
certain
clips.
Yeah,
The
parts.
clips
you
I'll
need to
definitely
watch.
do, but like just watching it, like several episodes at a time. Like the fact that I did that with One Piece was literally just because I had COVID and I had like nothing else to do.
Listen, bro.
So unless I
All I'm
catch COVID
saying,
again, I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch Bleach like that.
I'm on chapter 560, like 3.
And you
So
got a
that's all I'm
fucking
saying.
problem.
Ow! What did I
Man's
do?
literally went through fucking how many episodes in the time that I went through 140 chapters?
It's not as many as you think. There's a lot of filler that you gotta skip.
Yeah, but you didn't skip like the first 2 filler arcs. And
Oh, yeah,
those were
you're right,
2 of
but,
the longest ones. You
Listen,
got
bro.
fucking issues.
366 episodes. I finished about 20-something episodes last night. Today I started at 480. I'm at 560 something right now.
Man's
I'm trying
has
to reach.
almost broken the 100 fucking chapter limit on Shonen Jump.
What do you mean
Almost
the
read
100
100
chapter
chapters.
limit?
Man's is gonna have to be stopped at fucking whatever the hell at 580 something.
Why would they force stop me?
Because you can only read 100
I've read
chapters a day, or is it 1,000? I don't fucking remember.
Wait, they put a limit on
Yeah, there's a
that?
limit.
I'm pretty sure I've read more than 100 chapters in a day with Demon Slayer. I think, I'm not sure. But anyways, that's off on a different tangent. If you guys want to hear more of us talking less about news and more about stuff that we're actually like reading or talking about, other that's news related, let us know. As always, all our links are in the description. Diego's YouTube channel, Adrian's Twitch channel. Adrian, you have not streamed in a while. You better get to streaming, boy.
Man
Yeah,
streamed
I think
once
it's been
and
a
was
week,
like, "Fuck
actually.
this shit."
No, I did it a couple of times, and then I was like, I kind of, I kind of just stopped. I'll get back on it though.
But anyways, as always, let's get them some subs. Let's get them some followers. Adrian, name a time you're gonna stream right now.
Name a time.
Name a day, not time. Day.
Say Thursday night.
Thursday
night.
night. There you go.
There we go.
Whatever. Anyways, Thursday night, look out for Adrian's stream, aka it probably already happened. Sorry, sucks to suck.
True. I forgot. Next Thursday.
Actually, you know what? How about leave a comment if you watched Adrian's stream? How about that? That sounds like a good one. But as always, it was a great time. Covered some fun topics here. Don't expect us to do this versus thing for a little while again, unless we dire need to. The only reason, I would be honest, the only reason we did this is because today is Monday, and it was the only day we had to record.
Yeah, and we normally record every Wednesday, but we had to, make a change.
And then obviously from Wednesday to that next Monday, there's not much stuff to really go over that you haven't already gone over. So, it'd be a little tough. But anyways, I hope you guys have a beautiful morning, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. We will talk to you guys next week.
Peace.
See ya.